We're in agreement then. Let's go.
That makes a change. So the Warg, they're certainly not in any way hostile to you. They're just genuinely very concerned about what's been going on and the fact that these guys have been injuring them and attacking them in their cave, and that the hunters are going to follow. Okay.
Can I know mechanically?
Yes.
Do the wolves seem evil for the purposes of the book I have?
The purposes of your book, they are not evil.
Good to know. That's the book of Vile Darkness.
It's Queen. It didn't. It didn't. Well,
we had a conversation about that already.
Well, actually, he didn't. He didn't. He talked about the book, and the book was there. He didn't in any way pick your pockets, try and take it. He talked about it, and the book was there. Then she took the opportunity to. Yeah, she then took the opportunity potentially to attune to it and all of those things. But detail. Detail. Okay, so
it gives me expertise on a whole bunch of skills related to evil things.
Really cool. Thorny.
The warg all move to the side of the road as you start to walk past, and you get to where this werewolf is still lying, bloodied and bitten and scratched under the tree where he was before. And as you round this corner under this sort of hanging branch, walking through the snow, on the left of the path, in a sort of almost like a banked, where the snow's banked on the path in a sort of as a snow bank. What do they see?
You see a small little figure dressed in a kind of Victorian, almost wedding dress.
I love it already. She got me a Victorian.
I'm going to match Vash perfectly, looking like my Victorian suit.
She's got a little parasol, even though there's no sunlight here. There's a parasol.
I think not in about 2 minutes, but yeah, okay, carry on.
And she's kind of got white skin that, if you look closely, it looks like cracked paint. And I'd say she steps out of the snow a bit, and she kind of gets stuck in the snow, and her foot pops out. And you notice that she's made of wood. She kind of fixes it back on, and then she's like, "Hello, you friends?"
It all depends on whether you're friendly.
Can I use my bell branch, please?
Yes, you can use your bell branch. God.
Flashback to all the dolls that had been made of her, and was like, could they all be walking around and talking like this? And how many hundreds of me are there if they can all walk and talk like this?
Roll insight.
Oh no.
Brianna, is your character an aberration, celestial, construct, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead?
She's a construct.
Good to know.
17.
There are similarities. There are similarities not in terms of how they look, but in terms of the construction between the dolls of you and this doll. The dolls of you are much more detailed. There's more time has gone into them, almost to create a very specific image. Mm-hmm. But the appearance reminds you probably more of some of the marionettes that you at Blinsky's Toy Shop of Dreams. Yes, Blinsky.
Kylie having a very difficult time. We're in the forest where she could have potentially been orphaned and taken away from this world, and there's a living doll in front. She is very going into her own mental palace right now.
Quinny slips a thing of wine into your pack and just taps it on the shoulder.
Immediately just grabs the book.
Is it poison? Is it poison?
Are you quite alright there, Quinny?
Oh, I'm good.
What if that was, like...
Do you think Blinsky was trying to make one of those of you?
Yes!
Sorry, so we're running from a gold makers. Very similar work.
We're not enemies.
Oh, Blinsky. And I lift up my foot, and there's a little trademark on the bottom.
Yep.
Probably
So
Then we do know who we're talking about. Fantastic.
So yeah, on the bottom of this sort of doll's foot is no fun, is no Blinsky, with a very simple version of the sort of Blinsky logo. Again, looks earlier in construction than his more recent work of you.
You're,
So lucky you did that. I was going to drop a second level spell slot.
you're quite a ways away from Blinsky's shop. How did you get out here in the snow?
So how are you talking to us?
Not true.
Oh,
In order of priorities.
I'm more interested in how it's animated and talking more than why it's here. Sorry, I didn't mean no offense.
We're having this before Malachi comes back while he's doing his thing, because Malachi would have cast fireball, and the doll would be on fire.
Malachi, let us find out what it's here for first before we set it on fire.
Yeah, he's got his holy symbol and his sort of.
Hold that thought.
He's like wrestling his clenching his fist, getting ready.
Yeah, there'll be something fiery.
She's kind of like, she stumbles a little bit towards you and she says, I just woke up here. I was from the village.
Probably takes like a step back, still being incredibly nervous.
I'm dropping that second one as well. I cast detect thoughts.
Oh,
Okay.
That second level.
That's better than a lot of the options you could have gone with there.
I was going to say, we're doing this while Jesse's in there.
I just want to see if
Their hands or something.
instead of using just pure insight, like I'm like, okay, are you really on the level here or what?
Are you running surface thoughts?
The
Or?
surface thoughts. No.
Okay.
Does that work on constructs?
It works on everything you can think.
There you go.
What is running through your mind in a sort of really superficial?
In a superficial way,
Yeah.
she's probably thinking, I don't know how I got here. Who are these people? Where's my friend? I'm trying to find my friend. They took her. Where is she going?
And Bash is going to freak her out. Who's your friend?
My friend, Alina. Have you seen her?
Do we recognise the name at all?
Is it that the chick that we've been...
Is that a name that has been previously used in this campaign?
Okay.
It's very close.
No, no, not Irina. Roll.
Irina.
Yeah, that's
Roll
what-
history.
Yeah. But wait,
Roll history.
aren't we travelling with Irina?
No, you've
haven't
lost
found
Irina.
her.
Sorry, weren't we travelling with
You
Irina?
were travelling
Past
with
tense.
Irina.
I know.
You've
past
lost.
Have you
tense.
met Irina?
Irina?
They've met Irina. They've lost Irina.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
They do not
Lost is a
currently.
strong word.
They do not currently know where she is.
19.
Help action to someone.
I rolled 19.
19 for history. You, Alina, you recognise way back like several days ago, when you were in the orphanage, and and you were talking to Cecilia, who runs the orphanage, and there was all that thing about whether she was actually good or whether she was trading children to the pie ladies, yeah, and she wasn't knowingly trading children to the pie ladies, but there was the strange child Felix who'd arrived, and
I remember
after that child
The demon-possessed
arrived, pardon,
The demon possessed.
that one.
Yeah.
Some children had gone missing. One had fallen out of a window and had unfortunately come to a terrible end. And a couple of children had just vanished, and not to the pie lady, but also not found. And obviously Milovich had become very sick. So you recognise Alina as the name of one of the children that had vanished, disappeared from the orphanage in St Andrews, presumed to have run away. That's all right.
Your friend,
Not
what
Irina,
happens to your young
who's missing,
Have you seen
The other Irina, who's also missing.
who's an adult and not a child from the orphanage.
She was in the orphanage.
She was in the orphanage.
She seems to have gone missing. We're actually investigating a bunch of lost children, so you might actually be named it.
Do you have a name?
It's Antoinette.
Antoinette.
Well, that wasn't my name. They called me Marionette, but I like Antoinette.
It
Antoinette.
is a much more of an upgrade for a name. I agree. I am Vashnurit.
Probably just a statement of space. Like,
Not
You'll have
getting paid
to-
enough. Can we keep
You'll have to
going?
forgive my friend. She walked into a room recently of countless dolls of her likeness.
And now we're in the
Held by
forest.
her brother, I believe? Well, that's what he
Yes.
thinks he's in.
And now we're in the forest where I apparently got separated by my brother. And apparently orphaned. And I
I think the coincidence is a little too much of a brain to handle.
I'm clear. I'm very well adjusted. Let's head on.
And what does Quinny look?
I'm back to giving
What
you
does-
a look at this like,
What does Quinny look like at the moment? Because Quinny is
Quinny's a
difficult to
saver.
predict.
So goat's legs. She's got a lot of plants just kind of growing on her. Some very thorny crown of thorns going on. Jingle of glass in her backpack as she walks. I think that's about the vibe.
Vash, I'm having
just a very
praying a lot.
ugly-looking
And
thing.
not Vash, Malachi. So Malachi's black-robed, sort of hair, big beard, very ornate symbol of the Church of the Morning Lord.
Inquisitor from 40k.
Yeah, and he's staying out of this because he interrogates all things with fire, which as a wooden doll would probably not be in his best interest, so we'll just leave Malachi out of it until he gets back, and then he might fireball you, but we'll
Vash
see.
think Tom Hiddleston in Crimson Peak. With straight black hair and piercing blue eyes.
Oh, and
And when he
Quinny's-
smiles, you can see the hint of elongated canines.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
Oh, and Quinny has an enormous wooden staff with a whole. It's a bell branch, a healing staff, and a sticker staff that we've managed to combine them all. So it's just got a bunch of stuff on the top.
And Harley, there's just Harley Burns, and she has a really big hand while she's shoving her hand with one.
I'll probably approach you and say, I know you've had bad experiences with dolls, but I've been people's friend before.
She kind of jumps at that and just looks at that.
Have you got any of the dolls? Have you got any of them still? Because you had one. You had the original one that we stole
And
and then
gave
returned
Yeah.
and then stole again. Do you still have that? What did you do with that? The one that you were going to interrogate Izek about? Because you've definitely got a doll.
Yeah. Yeah, there'd probably be one somewhere with that in the pack. But just probably try and not think about it.
It's not moving.
Okay,
That's encouraging.
cool.
Remember Malachi's penchant for fire.
Yeah.
Do you think we have a problem in there?
It's getting cold.
You are getting
Is it?
cold. It is snowing.
For
Um,
know about everybody else.
those of us
as as the walk disappear, Quinny, you feel a tapping on the back of your
Excuse me?
leg.
Yes? What's
Um,
going on?
You can see one paw that appears to be very similar
Oh,
to the
the
colour of your leg,
Was
and
it
an
hot?
otherwise completely white rabbit.
Oh, good. How are you? Welcome back. How goes it? I'll take out a bit of vegetable food of some.
Vegetable food. Okay. You've not killed the rabbit.
Kill this
No.
one.
Okay, save
Well,
that
this one's out
without him.
on
Let me just break this down for you. Killing fey creatures tends to attract bigger fey creatures to kill you.
Did you find anything?
You actually.
The coat of that stuff.
Skennis's cabin had what appeared to be colour changing fur hanging on the sort of the outside. So, you know, he might sell you some.
Did you end up finding anything on your travels around? Is this rabbit on cocaine?
Yes, it's a rabbit on cocaine. It's like changing colour as it moves. It's like got a bit of rock. It's like super camouflaged, like stonefish, but a rabbit.
Not the strangest thing in the woods here.
You are not the strangest thing in the woods. So there's you as a Victoriana doll and a colour changing rabbit that bounces over, and as it bounces past you, it changes into the colour of your dress and then bounces off and goes white again.
Then
And it comes
Quinny
back.
turns and starts making rabbit noises at it.
Yes, you're speaking fluent rabbit. There's a cave up ahead.
Wonderful.
Up ahead. big teeth. Big.
Horrible, nasty teeth.
Horrible, nasty teeth. Hide. Hide. Hide.
We will.
Hide.
I'm hearing this.
Thoughts of the rabbit.
Can you speak fluent rabbit?
I can hear its thoughts. I don't have to.
Okay, so the superficial thoughts of the rabbit are
Head empty.
very empty. The superficial thoughts. Oh, carrot. And then Queenie provides it some food, and it's like, oh, food. She's so nice. She's so nice. Teeth, big teeth. And then you can see it sort of thumping and looking around, and there's still warg up in the thing. More big teeth, more big teeth. Hide. And it's obviously trying really hard not to bounce off.
And your friend go, it's any consolation, you have more thoughts in your head than the rabbit.
We'll be very careful. Thank you so much.
Big teeth.
You should hide now. Go stay safe.
And it bounces off, and you just see it jump what appears to be head first into a snowdrift, and you see these kind of little legs as they turn white. It's literally hiding head first in the snowdrift.
Faye. There's a cave about so far up ahead.
Are you aware of how simple that creature's mind is?
Rabbits are not known for their great.
I've encountered some simple minds. That's almost too simple.
There's a great skill in being able to speak with idiots.
That's a skill I've acquired. Yeah. I think I'm going to learn eventually.
Some of it.
You just hear Holly muttering, "Idiots are easy to kill."
Again,
And then Bash will lean in.
I don't really chat with the rabbits for the stimulating conversation. They're mobile. I'd love to go find some werewolves. You're welcome to come. It's a bit dangerous.
No. I activate Eldritch Sight.
Okay. There's a lot of... What are you looking for? Pardon?
I want to see how magical this one is.
What's he saying?
Detect magic.
Detect magic? I don't have any... Does that show if you have innate magic?
Not really.
No, I don't have anything magical on me.
Harley,
Is that what you say?
We share a language, don't we? Is it Sylvan?
Harley
Somebody
would just
speaks
start
Sylvan.
wandering towards where the
I think
werewolves
Elvish.
are.
Elvish.
While they're all trying to figure. She
No,
would just
no.
start walking.
Queenie, are you walking?
Oh, God.
Are you stealthily approaching? Or
If
are
we're
you
going
just...
towards the cave? Absolutely stealthily. There's no way we're walking to a known werewolf cave chat.
Okay, then roll stealth.
Counter offer.
Yes.
I'd like to, when we start getting close, wild shape into something with a much better stealth score than I have.
Feel free.
Wonderful. Give me about 5 hours to work out what that is.
Okay.
So,
That's a natural 20.
are you following...
You're super stealthy. Stealth. Unless you're marching up here.
Unless you want to be like...
I think they've got a great
werewolf.
stealth score.
Malachi's rolled a 10.
Are we stealthing, or is this just we have to roll it right now?
If you are approaching, if you are going up this path stealthily with the aim of not being detected by whatever is further up, then you need to roll stealth.
22.
Okay? Malachi's on a 10. He's stomping.
Links.
16.
A lynx.
Mixed form.
26.
Okie dokie.
20.
Nice.
That is a 19.
Okay.
Rolled on my Harley Quinn.
Nice.
I'm kind of small, so stealthy, but my joints kind of crack and creak as I move, so...
Use it to your advantage in the forest.
Oh,
Is it a windy night?
It sounds windy.
I'm so sorry, Emma. Can I retcon that I don't want to wild shape yet because I can't cast spells? So I'll not do that.
Okay.
In wild shape.
No, wild shape.
There has to be some downside to being a druid. Which is 16.
Okay.
But I'll guide myself if I can.
Yes, you can.
Cool. So we're back to 17.
Okay.
Sorry for not being about.
No, you're fine.
He was like, thanks. I thought I was going to have to impromptu this. I was like, I got you.
You're good.
You good.
Okay.
Harleen. Is this still within I don't know what happened. I cast a spell last time on Colin's weapon to get...
elemental...
Yeah, that was the one. What's the duration on that? 'Cause it might still be up.
10 minutes or something, or a minute.
Can I
Well,
cast
might be,
mage armor on myself? If
Yes.
I'm going somewhere dangerous?
Elemental weapon. Is that third level spell?
You see that, you detect that if you've got Eldritch Sight up.
Yeah, you kind of see she's
Duration. Up to
You
an
see
hour,
her
so you've
second,
still
like,
got that. I'm still
rings of
concentrating.
shadow on her. that kind
Extra
of coalesce
D4 of fire, I think I said it was. And +1 to attack
I
rolls.
think so. I just woke up this morning, so I don't know what I can do.
That was definitely magic.
Did you say you just woke up this morning?
Well,
Does that mean tomorrow we can say she was born yesterday?
I'm going to get really bored of that over the 24 hours, but yeah.
Okay.
Well, it saves Malachi being
You walk along this path and trying to be quiet and stealthy, and as you get towards the end of the path, so you're back here, you can see what looks like a huge sort of open mouth with sharp jutting teeth built into the rock.
not foreboding at all.
Up who knows what that is? Yeah, that's fine. Up ahead of you, and you can hear what sounds like movement immediately inside, and you can see tracks in the snow coming down towards where you are, and going down in the other side. The path sort of runs across the face of this cave. On either side of the cave, there is a cliff going up on either side, and sort of round to the left, so round to this side as you look at it, you can see relatively sheer rock face going up, and as you look right to the top, you can see a sort of flat plateau of rock that you assume must be the high lookout that you've heard about.
Dash. I've seen you do magic before where you make stuff taste better and change that sort of thing.
Slightly.
Can you make us smell like wolves?
I believe I can.
Do we want to try to pretend to be wolves and go in here and maybe, rather than trying to find a whole pack of things, get in here and quietly do away with them later?
You already smell like an apple. So I'm not
No,
meaning
no,
to cause
just,
offense. You already smell like an apple.
Putting got a few more flowers to grow in there.
I will probably be the one thing that they do smell. Friend, I don't think would have a scent. So I'm probably the one that's most likely to get detected.
And 2 humans?
I can make people disappear. I think. I don't know.
Not being able to be seen isn't the issue. They're wolves, they can smell us. That I'm not sure I can cover up for a long time.
Just a thought. Alternatively, we just go in there and hope for the best, which hasn't let us down so far.
Is there like an opening at the top of the cliff?
You can't see. It's not sheer, but it would be a hard. It would be a hard climb.
I'm more of a, is there something at the top that we can see from the ground?
You can see a flat plateau, and you know that the top of this cliff is patrolled, particularly at night. You can't see. You can see the flat area, the front of it, but you can't see if there's anything up there. At
Are you
this,
able to turn into anything with your feet?
No. I can climb pretty well, though. Feet if it goes.
That's not a lot of help.
Well,
I was thinking of instead of trying to go through the main entrance, we can. But if we can't fly,
I can.
While they're having
Yes.
this discussion, I'll probably start trying to go up to the back
I-
and hide behind one of those rocks and find a cage.
You've seen me. What are
Okay.
you talking about?
Roll stealth.
Antoinette's trying to see if she can fly because she doesn't know what she can do.
It doesn't
Windmill.
work.
So
So,
far. I was chasing Zephyr.
I was there.
Pardon?
18.
Dogs don't.
as
have good
as you creep towards the front of this cage, you hear the movement inside suddenly stop, and what you see coming towards the front of the cage is 4 figures.
How far away are they?
They're probably currently about 20 or so feet from Harleen, and about 60 feet from the rest of you.
Ash will telekinetically pull Harleen back towards him, which I can do. Telekinetic.
Do you resist that, or do you allow it to
You will know it's me doing it. Because you know I've done it. You know,
I wouldn't resist it.
I yank you back as if to say, you're about to
Because,
walk
like, I
inside.
don't want to, like...
That's what
I
happens
just
when you
want-
drink all the wine.
Yeah,
And-
drink all the wine and just get tired.
I will
I'm
hold
trying-
the spell
trying to make a plan.
if I see werewolves coming at the end of the game.
Okay.
I'll hold the spell.
What are you holding?
Slow.
Okay. It's fine.
Is Harleen still in the...
I've pulled it back.
So you saw
Let's see how far I can yank it.
you saw
I think it's 5 feet.
4
Five,
figures.
Out of the way.
I reckon we can take.
Yeah.
What are we taking
Harlan
from
just knows you can take 4 on at once.
Means kill.
By herself.
They're lost.
Oh.
If we need to.
If we need to. Oh. Should we try the talking approach first?
I kind of like close my parasol and it's got a sharp end. I can help.
That's the spirit.
I see this one.
Should we go inside?
So as you're back, so probably about 50, 60 feet from this cave mouth, you see 2 humanoid figures and 2 huge direwolves step out of the front of this cave and start to. It looks like they're about to go on a sort of patrol of this sort of area. You would, I think, reasonably assume that this is a guard.
I'll keep holding.
Okay.
Have we done... Can I use my talk with animals in wild shape? If I turn to a direwolf, can I talk to the direwolves?
Yes, I'd allow that.
Awesome. Good to know. I'm not going to do that right this second.
Okay, but yes, I'd allow that.
Awesome. I think mechanically it's a...
I'm not 100% sure just in advance that Malachi will be able to tell the difference between one direwolf
Absolutely
and another
fair.
direwolf,
Yeah,
just so you know.
good to know. I might do some not wolf things for this one.
Yeah, just as he might, but he may or may not be able to track which wolf is which in a collection of wolves. Okay.
If this looks like a thing going out, do you want to wait and let them pass and then head in after them?
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the moment, so they look like they've come out. There's some chatter backwards and forwards between, and you can roll perception check and see whether you can hear this conversation.
Guidance? Guidance, okay.
17.
19.
25.
Okay.
Nice.
With a 6, you are pretty sure that these are people, and you, even with a 6, you recognise the sound of that voice. You recognise the sound of the voice, and that's distracting in terms of working out what it is they're saying. But you recognise the sound of the voice. With a 25, you can hear the 2 humanoid figures, 19 and 17, having a conversation about, I'm sure I heard something. Maybe we should alert Kirill, and then they're going, well, no, if there's nothing, he'll just, he doesn't tolerate being disturbed when he is otherwise busy.
From that, I can interpret that hurt us.
That they are aware that they think there's something going on, but they're not confident enough to go and alert the boss to anything. Well, we should maybe send out some direwolves to check the area, and there's this sort of to and fro about what should we do? Should we do anything? I'm not quite sure. You can tell that suspicious. They're on high alert, but they're not convinced enough to act.
I'd like to whisper to Vash, I can take care of the dire wolves.
That's kind.
I'm very good with that.
The naivety is going to be fantastic.
Same thing we did in the map. I'm a magic druid. Animals do anything. Sorry, most of the time. Animals sometimes do anything.
There's a chance of stuff doing as it's told.
Casting that spell.
By all means, sorry, let me rephrase. If you want to do something, I can look after the dogs. But I think we should
Are you having this conversation out loud?
I'm crawling through the snow if I need to whisper this to Vash.
See what they do.
A set of rabbit ears pop up next to you. It's like, big teeth, and then disappear back into the snowbank. They're there, the big teeth.
How would you like to die a hero?
I don't want to die a hero.
That's fair.
I'm very scared.
Would you do it for a carrot?
No.
What about 2 carrots?
I'm going to need this rabbit to make a wisdom. I'm going to need the rabbit to make a wisdom saving throw.
What are you doing to my dear rabbit
What
friend?
are you doing to the rabbit?
You'll see.
What are you
Wisdom
doing?
saving throw.
Okay, what are you trying to do to the rabbit? What's the...
I don't know if
5.
this helps. Oh, cool. I say
There's not-
mechanically it's
I'll
charmed
look
by
down
it. If
the
that
rabbit.
helps.
I suggest you run straight past the cave and keep on running.
And the rabbit hops out. And you see these... You don't see the rabbit because the rabbit's so well camouflaged. But what you see is rabbit footprints bouncing off. And Quinny hears this sort of whimpering noise because although the rabbit is commanded to go over there or suggested...
for a minute.
Yeah.
And not only that, I'll use my mage hand to scrub out the rabbit prints near us. It's invisible. It's invisible.
You may hear the kind of...
The rabbit.
I want to see if they smell the rabbit.
Suddenly a rabbit starts dancing and a bunch of snow flickers around. Completely invisible.
They, with a crit and an 18 plus a number, you watch both of the wolves start following these tracks.
Towards the rabbit or towards us?
As it goes over the thing. So
Towards the rabbit.
they can't see it, but they can smell it and they can see its prints. And you can hear this in the back of this direwolf's throat as they're growling, and the 2 humanoid figures you hear say, it's one of those colour-changing rabbits. And takes out what looks like a spear.
I'm going to cast Hold Person on them. Actually, I'm going to cast Hold Person on both of them.
Oh, yeah, I've
You're
cast
rude.
it. Sweet.
Grinning with
Oh,
fun.
I can't. It's concentration.
What are you concentrating on?
Elemental weapon. Because werewolves need silver and stuff.
I can do that, but I wouldn't know that you're casting.
Quinny really considers it, but I won't.
And you see both spears from these 2 humanoids go shooting out into the snow, and then these rabbit tracks go between the spears and bouncing off down the hill on the other side.
So you can make its own decisions here.
It would appear they missed. There's certainly no blood in the grass.
What you were going to say, you just see, like, splatter of blood.
Something behind them. Yeah. Cool. I think
And,
we're...
and you watch them sort of shrugging at bloody rabbits and turn to go back into the cave.
Well, that was a good use of that time.
And they turn and they go back in, and one of these humanoid figures that bloody good job we didn't bloody alert Kirill to that, isn't it? Fucking colour changing rabbit, he'd beating the crap out of us. And you know, there was
As he turns around and sees us all sneaking.
I was going to say, when they're walking towards the cave, can we get up and try to, like, run behind them? Get a surprise attack, more or less? Or they're facing inwards to the cave, running behind them? I think we're going to need to.
So,
I imagine they're going to let us in for free. We could try and talk with them, but we are here to kill one of them, so it's not a great...
I don't think we can take a whole pack food. Alright, let's go.
are you running?
Yep.
That sounds
That's
nice
what
if Malachi
Plenty
would
wants to do.
Malachi mechanically is here.
Malachi could be mechanically here, or he can be praying down the track and
Have we got
coming
a
in
couple
10
of
minutes.
healing spell slots nearby?
You've got Malachi.
Yeah.
Let me see
Actually,
what Malachi has
prepped
actually
healing now that I
prepped.
think about it.
Let me just because you
I got
know
a little bit.
I got a healing stick,
Mike.
but I don't really...
So Malachi is
probably just
Malachi's down.
That only works.
One first level, one second level. So, and he appears to be way more competent than me as a cleric, and has
in fact got some...
in fact got a whole healing word and a cure wounds. I mean, you know, that's pretty nifty for a
Here
cleric.
and back to Sunday. We're charging.
Okay,
I'm going to wild shape at this point into something called... probably a polar bear.
Since I have no idea what this party's tactics are, I'm just like,
that's not actually going to change
Yeah.
with experience. As a general rule of thumb, I'll tell you right now.
Noticing that we just try to keep up.
As a general
I
rule
only
of
have
thumb,
25 feet of movement, so I'm pretty slow.
I'm only 5 foot.
But not as fast as a polar bear.
Yeah, you can run fast.
okay.
Run faster than a polar bear.
You only need to be faster than your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
What do I need to be fast for? I can fly.
How do you fly as a spell, or is that a
This
vampire?
is Luke.
How's the loot? That's
So
Is that not like invisibility?
I have a memory like,
Goldfish?
One of those swimmy thingies.
yeah, like one of those things that forgets all the time.
So as you go running up,
Oh, wow.
as you go running
This
up,
is fine.
it's all good.
So, hang on. We're getting like a surprise round?
No, you don't, because as you start moving, these things just spin on the spot. They just turn on the spot and growl at you. And I think you should probably roll for initiative.
Oh, I finally get to use one of the animals edition. I never pressed on before then to come back. And it's got
Okay.
0 dex, so it's worse.
So going down my list, Vash.
It is.
Vash.
Never rolls well.
I love my
But you
opal.
rolled that.
Vash?
Vash.
21. I
21.
love my opal.
Okay.
Not only that, but...
Oh, let me roll Malachi. Oh, yeah.
No, I had the stuff in my... So it has skull.
It's the bane of my existence.
14. What?
I'm
Yes, the bane of that bloody dice.
The opal.
15 for Malachi.
Forged in the blood of God.
Dren.
I
And
assume you sold your soul for that.
Dren and this is just the bane of his existence.
It's a totally fucking Bane, man. Bane.
It came in handy when I was killing shit.
It did. It always did. Yeah. No problem. Quinny.
A very solid 5.
A very solid 5.
Very solid.
Superb. Antoinette.
A very respectable 8.
8. Excellent.
Yeah.
Harleen.
21.
And,
That's amazing.
As far as
You've actually got more dex. No, dex and strength are equal. You go first. You got high dex about it.
polar bear, for some reason, is not incredibly
I've
agile.
got pretty decent dex for a bar.
Okay.
Not very agile.
I don't know, they like jump on stuff. And that sort of
You
thing.
say they're not agile.
To
they're
break
chasing
a
you.
hole.
Yeah, I don't know. I pitched them. They've got +0 dex. So,
Okay. So,
yeah, I guess.
top of the order is this direwolf.
Good for it.
With a 22. Sorry. So, this direwolf is going to charge out and because he's not here to defend himself, attack Malachi.
Wooden flare.
That is almost it, but he would.
That's what you get when you're at the table, but not at the table.
Well, you know, that's the problem of going to university.
Pursuing a bloody education.
Disadvantage on the attack. Okay. Which is just as well, because that was a crit, and it turned it to a miss.
And I hear them.
And then a crit on the second attack.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
So a crit and a crit. So Malachi,
One's attacking Malachi?
the big direwolf on the right has, the big one on the right has come out.
Oh, I suppose they're wolves.
I'm gonna spray that.
I'm actually, for the sake of argument, just going to swap.
I would be right at the back.
Yep. Okay. There you
Front
go.
and centre, they're not my hit points.
Right. Let me just move the. There you go.
Probably would be pretty close.
And just so you know, Emma, mechanically right
front.
now I'm
Yep.
large.
Oh, would you? I'll change you in a
Polar bear.
second.
Yeah,
What would you like
just,
to be?
I'm polar bear.
A polar bear.
Polar bear, gotta
Of
be on
course. Have I got on your world shape list? Probably not. But let's see what I've got.
Polar
You can
bear.
be black bear.
It's so big. It's brown bear colour.
You can be a black bear on the page.
Oh,
There we go.
No complaints.
Let's go for wild shape. Right, let's go. Okay.
There you
go. This bear looks like this, but is white. Okay.
There.
Should have done.
There you go.
Technically, the first clean.
So Malachi, and he gets to do 7 damage and passes his strength saving throw, so he is not prone.
Keep remembering I have to.
Yeah, you know, you've got to attack well and truly right now.
Okay, let's see where we're at. Sorry, let's pull that out. Harleen, I think, is up. Yep, Harleen, you're up.
So does the monk.
Cool. Yeah, Harleen will take the. Harleen would grab her hammer and go for the one that's attacking Malachi.
Okay, so you move. Yep. So you go move across. You can easily get into melee range. There you go. I'll even let you flank because Quinny's a giant bear. Advantage on your attack. What are you attacking with?
My hammer.
Okay.
That has
Yep.
the
Plus 1 to hit.
thingy.
Yep.
And D4.
So I've got a 22 to hit them.
Hits.
It's a nice red D4 if you want.
I know rainbow seems on brand for Harley Quinn.
You got my blood nice.
Oh, very nice.
I got these specifically for that.
6 bludgeoning and 4 fire.
Okay.
And I take the second attack,
Yep.
which is a 22 to hit.
Hits. Ash, you're on deck.
Mm-hmm.
Which is only 5 bludgeoning and 2 fire.
Okay. It stands there and its huge jaws, it's as big as this bear, just dripping sort of frothy saliva, growls at you as you bludgeon it around the head with a hammer.
Good day, Malachi, I saved you.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, Bash, you're up.
So Bash will look at the scene.
Mm-hmm.
He will telekinetically pull Malachi back 5 feet
Mm-hmm.
out of the jaws of the direwolf.
That's brilliant.
That's why I took it.
Yeah. That's
Plus the 60-foot mage hand that's invisible.
Yeah, that's good.
So are you pulling Malachi out of range?
Out of range of the, I'm pulling him, so he doesn't break. It doesn't cause attack of opportunities because he is not moving.
Forced movement.
Forced movement.
That's fine.
That's why I
Done.
took it.
Yep, I know.
There should be a feat that lets you do that on first night.
And then
That would be
Bash
nice.
will reach into this little pouch he's got sitting on his back, with a little vial, put a drop of molasses into his palm. Now, boys, let's not be so hasty. And he casts slow on those 3 wolves.
So these 2 and this one, or
The 2
this
little ones
one,
will be one over here. These 3 at the back.
these 3.
Or if you want to risk me in the box, I've got advantage on the save. So
I wouldn't know that.
Okay.
Bash wouldn't know you'd have advantage on this. You'd have to tell him later. So yeah, I'll drop slow on those 3.
Okay.
Plus, he looks taken care of with a polar bear and Harley.
Oh, he's back.
And Malachi's going to stand up out of range. So.
We're roughly
Double
against
slow on those 3.
wolves.
So 3 wisdom saves, please.
Yep.
Sorry, dire wolves, not wolves. Barg riders.
Wisdom save.
Time.
Yes, the terrifying call of the warg.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 14 for the big dude.
Fail.
So he is. Let's mark him up.
I appreciate
Okay, so he is slow.
Minus 2 AC.
Where have all my things
So you can
gone?
only take an
Action or bonus action.
Action or
but
bonus
not
action?
both.
Yep.
Welcome to the table.
Yep.
I will slow him. And 20 for this guy in the middle.
Pass.
Okay. And 17 for the guy on the right. Okay. So this big one is slow, and these 2 are still out.
I will then back up.
You've not had a go yet, so you're all right, Malachi.
I'll back up 10 feet.
Yep, you're backing up. Yep.
Did they take some damage though?
After all the dolls.
From slow.
So
No,
basically beside that
Was
wall.
he trying to make
Yeah, 7.
me like
Right
her?
there.
And then we're
And
in
I'm
the
done.
forest where I was apparently
So-
orphaned. And
Okay. Jesse, they've decided to go for a full frontal attack on the werewolf den, having tried a small distraction tactic with a colour changing rabbit.
Distraction was a piece of blue.
It was brilliant.
If I say, he was absolutely flawless teamwork.
Quinny is currently a bear. You appear to have found a wooden doll made by Blinsky, dressed as a sort of Victoriana doll, whose owner has disappeared and appears to have woken up and is now alive, that you have not cast Burning Hands on or fireballed due to the interactions of your group, because you would have totally set her on fire. You would have totally set her on fire.
So far.
We all know you'd have totally set her on fire. You've not set her on fire. So you're currently...
Branch says it's fine.
The bell branch says it's fine. You are currently... You've taken 7 damage, which I've put in for you, from this dire wolf here,
Know more about me.
which Harleen's now hit by a hammer. Quinny is a bear. And then you've got 2 humanoid creatures there. So these are still in humanoid form, but you would know that they'd be werewolves, and 2 dire wolves. Okay.
And
So-
Bash at the end of his turn will turn to Malachi and say, "Cleanse them in holy fire."
Okay. Fair enough.
Getting on board
Is it
quickly.
my turn?
It is... yes, it is your turn. Good timing.
Excellent.
I've not made you heal anybody, burn any spell slots, do anything that you wouldn't do, torch your new team member, anything. Although you might have done that, to be fair.
Yeah.
A little jumpy, perhaps.
You could, if you wanted to, have used something to completely incinerate the werewolf. You could have sacred flamed the werewolf that was killed by the warg while they were all wandering off, meeting a new... make sure he's definitely not coming back.
And the big werewolf on the left is like...
Yeah, this one looks really sluggish and sort of jerky.
So which one's a
And
slow?
the big bear
That
is
one's
pointing
slow?
out, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the only one that got...
Yep, this one's marked. That one's slow.
I was thinking about fireball, but I was like, oh...
We were just saying I better not do a dire wolf or anything for this encounter. they're going to be hard to keep track.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
burn 'em all!
Yeah, burn them all, kill them all, let God sort them out. Yeah. So this one is slow.
That's cool.
This one is a slow direwolf. This one is the direwolf that's just attacked you. This is Quinny. These two are not direwolves.
Quinny needs a t-shirt that's just "Don't hit me, I'm on your side."
Not the bad guy.
Although most of the time you can tell because, like, you're a roctopus,
Yeah.
and there aren't any of
They're not
those.
exactly
around.
their natural.
Yeah, yeah. So most of the time you're okay.
On Giant Stag, they're great.
They're really good. Okay.
Giant elf is amazing.
Giant elk is what it
Because
is.
we've got 4th level
When I play Move Through it, that's
Uh-huh.
pretty high.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to do Wall of Fire.
Ooh, beautiful.
Okay,
Excellent spellcast.
fine.
They will
Oh,
take that
God
save.
damn, I forgot to use my 4th level spell before I one-shot.
So the wall is
Up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high.
20 feet high, 1 foot thick.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically I'll just try to just get those 3.
Okay, let's see where this is going then, shall we? So, across there. So that's going to...
Yeah, sure. The way too
It
fast.
is...
Oh,
Don't.
Seriously, dice roll. Ooh.
Trying hard. Our where we're playing Thursday night is the game shop. And it was some pretty nice right by the
Where do you play?
at Lake Liberty. Nice.
I've already got 10,
Let's go
10 sets
for-
of dice in my, which is a concentration.
For God's sake, what am I doing?
Yeah. Oh, do you want to? I've got separate
No, it's all good.
I put it in and then change it.
dice box.
Sorry, I'm going to change it to an oblong in a minute because I can't remember how to do it while I'm doing
I'm not
it.
buying like 3 sets of dice.
I can update it and I can't remember how to do it as you go. Do
At least
you know what I mean?
You wanna
Change it
round?
from a circle to a...
I never bother doing it. I just draw a line with the measure tool.
Oh,
I've already found
there we
a
go.
set for like 3
Because it doesn't do anything special anyway.
Yeah. Valid. Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm eyeing off a pure obsidian.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you are... okay.
Keep my blind dice.
Drawing works.
Yeah. Got it.
I
Although
can keep
it's-
shouting unhelpful things if you like.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I'm good.
Sorry, what's happening? Did I miss
I'm just putting in
this wall of fire.
where this wall of fire is, but it's because it's a bloody rectangle, which is a pain in the ass. I hate rectangles. It's fine. It goes all the way across there.
Switch
to the good old.
I can't be bothered. So, all the way across there, all the way down here, is a wall of fire. Okay. Okay, Dex. Yay!
Have you got
1, 4.
Permanent detect magic.
We've got a lot of combos, guys, actually. We've got detect magic.
Fail.
Oh, that's 29 fire damage to all of them.
29.
That is a big hit. That's every turn.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's hefty.
That's a good spell, isn't it?
Wall
Okay.
spells are really good.
All
I'll re-roll the 5d8, so it could be more. All the wall spells are good.
Yep, that's fine.
All of Force is the most broken spell in the game. You combine it with certain things.
Sticking radiance and great microwave.
Microwave.
Oh, no.
Okay. Okay.
I almost.
Is that your turn? So, is that your turn?
Oh yeah, I might as well,
I like
bonus
this one.
action. What's her
It's
name?
a mistake.
Poly weapon. I have.
I think you mean spiritual weapon. Holy.
Glowing.
Holy.
Hunger if it does, man.
I love that.
Where would you like to cast it?
Flashbacks right now.
Is it, we'll hit the big ones.
Okay. So, next to the big one?
Yes,
Oh, brilliant.
Okay.
I took it so I could move things around like a creature doll.
So, your holy weapon's up.
Yep, that's a 27 I hit.
Hits.
I think that's gonna hit.
Yep.
And so that's 3, 8 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Force, isn't it?
Oh, 4.
It's force
He
damage.
takes his wisdom save again at the end of his turn. Not when he gets hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I know.
which is good because that will kind of suffer slow on me really early.
Yeah. I'm trying to take 3 of them.
Okay.
I think so.
So,
Still good stuff. Still really good stuff.
Those are wine.
end of your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay, so it's the direwolf's turn. The direwolf, you can't really see it because there's a giant wall of fire between you and it. But you hear this horrendous howl and hear movement. And you think that this, you would... So it's taken its action. It can't take a bonus action, so it's just moved. And wisdom save on the end of its turn. Crit fail. So it remains slow, and it is slowly moving
Fantastic.
down the tunnel. Let's see where we're at.
Let's not forget reinforcements.
Yeah.
I might, if I can, I might go after it because I can get to that wall. Well, yeah, it'll hurt, but not my hit points.
Okay,
That can get
I love that. It'll hurt, but not my hit points.
so
100 odd hit points.
you can't see what's going on behind the wall of fire. Again, you hear this.
So we don't really know that it's run off. We just,
But
And-
reinforcements are going to have to come through the wall right here.
True. And also, it's how they can cheer in already.
Very good spell choice. Very good spell choice. I love wall spells.
That's not useful, actually.
Antoinette, it's your go.
Favorite play down.
okay, I'm not going to use very high level stuff, but can I move? So I've got that smaller wolf at the top and the big wolf in a line.
Yeah, you can.
Yep. And then I'm going to cast catapult.
That's a fun stuff.
It is fun.
Okay.
So it flies in a direct line, so
Yeah.
both of them are going to get hit.
Yeah.
So they've got to make death saves.
Okay. Ooh, they're going to be fails. So that's a 9 and a 5.
Brick-a-brack.
That is a lot.
We'll get 4 wall spells. Big hammered objects.
That's fun.
That's going to be 14 damage to both of them.
Okay.
I'm not going to use my focus action on this stuff.
If I put the spells now, I'll be firing silver quantum road.
Oh, yeah.
That would be magneto.
Magneto stuff.
And with that, I can also silver my short sword. I can animate the short sword and have a spiritual weapon.
We can spiritual weapon other things.
I mean, for magical sequence, but for my next level, I can
Quinny.
magical sequence takes
You're up.
Am I flanking,
Sorry, Quinny. You're up.
Am I flanking the direwolf?
You are flanking Direwolf with Harley.
Wonderful. Bite attack, that's a 20-something.
Hits.
I'm just
Wonderful. I rolled an 18 and a 19.
Nice.
Second attack, a lot less. 17.
Hits.
Beautiful. That's 2 hits. That is total between the 2 attacks. Because I'm level 7, I do magical damage.
Yes.
So that is 10, 16, 26.
So this, where this direwolf gets absolutely ripped to pieces by this bear, just absolutely splattered all over the snow, and is out.
Wonderful. I'd like to use my movement to run through the wall of fire. Not my hit points.
Okay. Is that 5d8 when you enter the wall of fire?
Is it a save?
It is a save.
Wonderful. I have advantage yet?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a
I did.
spell.
When the creature appears, no. When the wall appears, each creature makes a dex save. When it ends within its turn, or inside the wall, or enters the wall, it's 5d8.
Oh, cool. Right.
So
Okay,
because you're running into it, you're not. So there's no save for entering it.
fair enough.
Yeah. There's no save for entering it. There's only a save when it appears. If
Hang
you
on.
choose to enter
I think
it,
I've got concentration on that weapon spell. I'll commit to it. So
You going?
I will go through it. Yeah.
Okay. 5d8. Malachi, are you rolling your...
I already rolled it.
Go on then.
So, next week I'll bring my
No, there's no dex save for choosing to go into it.
That's what you meant. I thought you were going to
It's only when it appears. So anybody who's next to it on the side that it's firing when it appears, dex save. If you stay there,
15?
Yeah, so I rolled like less than half of what... No, just over half of what I rolled last time.
How-
That was very
how far are you running? Or are you just running out the other side of the wall?
I will. I'll go. I know I can't make another attack, but I'll start sparring with that thing, try to get its attention.
With the one that's still there.
The one immediately on the other side. Yeah.
Are these rocks or are they columns?
They're just big rocks. They're not full height columns. They're like teeth almost in the lower jaw.
Currently have 3 con.
Take that one out.
That's a pass on the con check, so you've still got that spell up rose.
Okay.
That is action. I've got keen smell. Can I try to work out how many foes we're up against using that at all?
Yeah, perception.
That is hell yeah. 26 plus 9 to perception.
Auto zero system dance.
7.
You make people dance.
It's so good.
No, I just don't know.
Mass suggestion to make people jump outside someone else.
So in this cave, you get this sort of overwhelming. Are you standing right next to this piece? You get this overwhelming scent of wolves and humanoids, and they're all very similar. You would say more than 10 different scents, maybe 20.
Okay. That doesn't bode well. It's not good.
You're now on the other side of the wall of fire.
Cuddy can't speak currently, but 20 or more things in the cave.
You might want to come back.
I'm not ducking through the wall again until I have to. I'm not going to run too far ahead by myself, though, which is why I wanted to know that. Cool, that's my turn in that
Okay.
case.
The
What were
We
you
need that wall fire
expecting?
straight up.
Less than 20 folks.
the
The wall fire.
the wolf that's right next to you goes next,
Yep.
and
Just remember, they're not your hit points.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a moon druid. You can.
They're not your hit points. It's fine.
it's not your hit
Let's not build up
points.
my hubris too much, alright? It can't become funny when I die.
So 22 to hit.
That will do it for a bear. You only have an AC of 12 currently.
So that would be 6 slashing on its first attack.
Slashes.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh, the news of art.
Pass the con save.
Okay.
Possibly running.
Yeah, they can't really dodge us.
Oh, it's over there. Sorry.
Most
Um,
of them have 12 ACs, unfortunately.
Tragic.
That's the some downside.
And 20 on its.
Okay, so I'm down to 1 hit point as a bear.
Okay.
That's not my...
No, that was 20 to hit. Sorry.
Oh, 20 to hit. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm up.
Okay.
That does hit.
Somebody has looked rain.
6 piercing damage and a con save.
Cool. Am I going to get lycanthropy?
Probably.
That is a... I use the bear's stats, so that is a 16 on the con save,
On the weekend.
Okay.
and a fail on concentration. Rose? Rose?
Rose.
Elemental.
Wow.
Okay. And it's going to stand its ground, but howl backwards into the cave. And with your smell and perception check as a bear, you can hear movement in this cave, and you can hear a lot of movement in this cave.
Okay.
And you can hear these howls as it howls into the mouth of this cave, echoing off the walls. There's clearly a reason that this is the sort of main defence point. You can hear this cry echoing all the way through the wolves. Okay. Top of the order.
Do we hear Quinny get hit at all, or is the noise from the fire?
I don't think you'd hear Quinny get hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's a panics when it's hurt, but I can't imagine it sounds.
Harleen, you're up because the wolf that was top, it has gone down. So you are up next.
So there's no more bear in front of me.
There's a wall of fire in front of you. Yeah.
No bear.
No bear.
Well,
no
yeah.
wolves either.
No, you can't see them.
Can't see them.
There's a wall of fire, sorry. Which I cannot be bothered to.
So, Harley would kind of look back at the group and be like,
Mm.
we can't go through the fire. What am I supposed to do?
You have to be an idiot.
And then she will hold
There you go.
her attack for if the wolf comes through the flame.
Okay. There you go, wall of fire.
Love it.
Yeah.
So Harley would, hold her attack for
Anything that comes through,
anything that...
hostile.
Yeah.
Fine. Just clarifying that for when Quinny comes back through the wall of fire and gets clubbed.
Comes through the wall.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say,
Hi, everyone.
anything that's not
Dead.
Anything's not Quinny. Fine, no worries. Vash, you're up.
Okay, this far right wall here. How far is that from me?
This wall?
Yeah, right next to the wall of fire, not touching it. But
Not far. Not any great. Not any great distance. Let's see, from 30 feet from there to there.
Do that,
Yep.
and then go. I'll actually use my dash action,
Yep.
and I'll want to go
Up.
20 feet up the wall,
Yep.
25 feet up the wall,
Yep.
so I'm over the flames, and
Yeah.
then cut 10 feet across the top of the flames. So I'm standing on the roof.
Okay, so if we go, just so that
Wall
you
fire,
know.
I go up and over.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. So, just so that you know where you are, okay? So, you've run. So, this is all a giant wall of fire. You've run up here and are now standing effectively on the
I
snout.
was trying to stand here.
Yeah, you can't stand there because this is an overhang. You can't. So, this would be underneath.
No, he can stand on the wall.
But this isn't a wall. So this is like a jutting out piece of cave. Yeah. So if you've gone up the wall and when you get to the top of the wall of fire, you've got some teeth sitting here and then you've got this. So you can either go on top of it, upside down you could.
Yeah,
but that's
upside down.
yeah.
I can do that.
You can hang upside down, but your head will be in the fire.
Can I crouch?
Crouch that way.
Yeah, crouch
25
towards
foot
the
is
ceiling. Yeah.
pretty tall.
Roll.
Yeah, a sit-up curl.
Roll a luck check.
20.
Natural 20.
You crouch down completely flat. You can feel the flames. You can feel the flames running about 6 inches from your head. If you stay there, you will start taking damage.
I'll probably move forward.
But you won't take as much damage as if you were in
I'll
the
move
fire.
forward next turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it's
Just so you know where you are. That's where you are. Okay. I will.
From up there, I can see over it, yeah? Over the wall of fire.
You can see down through the teeth.
So can I see Quinny from where I am?
Just.
You see a very battered looking bear.
You see a very battered looking
And
bear.
I'll yell down to everyone
Kind
else.
of pinkish.
We've got more incoming!
What, did you think there was only the 4 of them?
A
We
lot
really need to
more.
learn sign language so Quinny can communicate animal form.
Okay. Is that your turn? Are you doing anything else?
It's a shame we don't have
Can you reply with message?
Can I see it, like a hostile creature over there?
I think that's
You can see the other werewolf.
Zephyr.
So you can see this one.
Yeah.
So this Quinny. You can see the other werewolf.
I can't do that because I'll drop slow.
Shadowcard.
No, that's it.
Okay.
It was
I was going to cast X, but then drop slow.
Okay.
the slow one's dead. Isn't it? Oh no, it's
No, slow one's still there.
I'm keeping slow maintained on it till it is there.
Okay.
I'm working.
So moves. Malachi, you're up.
Find yourself another bear.
Malachi, you're up.
I'll be there in a minute.
Jumping through the wall of fire may be a small miscalculation. Just a small.
maybe.
Just a touch.
Should have stayed on this side of the fire.
What, Quidditch?
It's the best.
Yeah, just a bit.
Never.
I'm not allowed to say
Maybe
flying for. I'm 35 feet high.
Anything
Yeah.
hostile.
They can't hit me.
Anything hostile?
anything hostile.
Anything hostile. You can hold Sacred Flame for anything. Or Quinny, which is...
I was taking slightly shots at stride from them.
Okay.
Just fully as a druid jumping through
So
the
the slow dire wolf uses its turn to move and rerolls its wisdom save and fails again. So it remains slow. It is not a wise werewolf, to be fair. Where are we? I think Quinny can see into the cave, and you can see sort of blood spatter going up what looks like 2 tunnels, one going to the left and one going to the right, as the slightly slow direwolf and the much faster other werewolf go off opposite sides of these 2 tunnels.
We're about to be surrounded.
Yeah.
Well, we can't get surrounded because we're outside the cave, aren't we?
We're in the cave mouth.
You're in the mouth of the cave, yeah. So you can't get surrounded from here. They're all in
Yeah.
front of you.
Awesome.
Okay, so they
Yeah.
don't have a backpack.
10 feet of
Okay.
wall.
I mean, we don't
One
know that,
hand.
but there's lots of open space behind us, I assume.
Yes, there is lots of open
Like
space.
south of
Antoinette,
the
you'll
south,
go,
it's
then
like
it's
We don't
Quinny.
have any of them. We're just out wandering in the forest.
Okay.
On foot. So
Well,
like-
one was wandering in the forest and got killed by the war.
But
So you know
before
there
that-
was definitely one out in the forest.
But before that, we don't know.
No, this is windmill-esque all over again. Of we're going to go in and then think about it when the other one comes home.
Antoinette's really down
As
in her
as
position to go.
long as we burn them all.
Yeah, there's a
As well.
Antoinette's going. This wall of fire is, yeah. I mean, roll a wisdom save.
It's a bit triggering.
Well, it is when you're a wooden doll.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're going great tonight. That's going to be a 3.
Okay, you are frightened of the giant wall of fire, which I think is reasonable given that you're made of wood.
Yeah,
That is
absolutely.
very reasonable.
My
Yeah.
mortality is flashing before my eyes.
You're just your life is flashing before your eyes, and your life is only about 6 hours. So it's more like it's going on a cine loop
Yeah.
of the last 6 hours, all of which appear to have been in the same bit of snowbank on a path. So it's basically pretty boring.
It's not enough to fly.
It's snow, 3 minutes of us, snow, 3 minutes of us, snow.
Well, it's about 20 seconds of you. But yes, snow. Oh my god, this is a disaster. Fire, snow. And you are scared of the wall of fire.
Great.
So you are not going to do a heroic dash through the wall of fire. Would you like...
Mechanically, am I frightened?
Of the fire.
Okay.
So you cannot move towards the fire.
Cool. Very cool.
Which means you're
It's a
perfectly
smart
safe
idea.
right where you are.
Yeah.
I would count that as just being clever rather
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
being frightened. But
Hey.
Basic self-preservation.
That's a
fair.
that's a reasonable fear. I wouldn't call it a phobia.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
entirely reasonable.
I'm really
Okay,
glad the character
Antoinette, would you like to do anything else other than
I
go,
just
what
want
the
to say, I'm
fuck?
really glad the
Okay.
character looks like a marionette, not a porcelain doll. I'm freaking out right now.
I did originally do porcelain doll, but I
I'm-
changed it.
I am terrified of it.
Okay.
Um,
Good to know.
also, porcelain. Can you imagine Blinsky working in porcelain? I mean, he's just not that skilled, I'm afraid. He's a woodworker.
How big were, before that other
Yes.
ran away, how large was it? Like,
So the direwolf was large,
Yeah.
and the other ones are humanoid, so they'd be medium.
okay, can I make a gap in the wall of fire with minor illusions to
Right.
make it look like the stone on the other side? To encourage the wolf to come through.
Ooh.
That is using a minor illusion
To make a doorway in the wall of fire.
5 foot cube, that would work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do that, and then you have someone yell, "Quickly, Quinny, come back!"
Yeah. Yes, you absolutely can.
Your hit points.
You absolutely can use a minor illusion
They start being
to
mine as soon as I run out of the bed.
create an illusion in the wall of force.
Yeah. She hasn't been alive for long, but
There you go. So there's now a door there's an illusory door in your wall of force, in your wall of fire, immediately in front of the werewolf.
it's a fun spell.
Okay. Is that your turn?
I think I'll move back a little bit.
I was thinking
Okay.
we should alter the illusion to kind of put one of us there so it kind of has a bait.
Yeah,
Through.
You have
Just
someone
lounging on the
else,
ground.
somebody else in cast minor illusion.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to bait them.
Quinny, you're
I
up.
have major image, but I'm not going to use it yet.
Wonderful. This thing that's fighting me.
Yes.
I don't know if I can estimate this.
Yes.
We're going to be.
Would I say this thing looks like it's got a lot of hit points or some hit points?
Depends on what the DM wants.
You would say it doesn't look as battered as you would expect a wolf to look, but it's also pretty badly hurt.
Alright. Let's give it a go. We'll do one more bear attack before I lose the shape.
Yep.
I've got a bite attack and a claw attack. That's a 20-something,
Hit.
26, and a 16.
Also hits.
Oh, beautiful.
They're in wolf form. They're unarmed.
Wonderful. The both of those collectively is nice. 26 damage.
Okay. So it's not down, but it looks absolutely last legs battered.
Alright.
So, okay.
That's my action. What I'd then
Yeah.
like to do is I'd like to drop Wild Shape.
Yep.
Where are my features?
So you're going back?
I will return to Quinny Shape.
Okay.
And then what I would like to do, one of the spell I'm about to cast is Flame Blade.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'd like to do is reach into the wall of fire and pull it out from there.
Nice.
And then if you'll allow me to, I'd like to scream out in wolf and just kind of howl down there.
Okay. Are you howling?
False alarm! False alarm!
Are you howling anything particular?
I don't think... look, if I yell false alarm, I don't think it's going to do anything, so no, not particularly.
Okay.
Actually, you know what, if I can, what's the leader's name again? Was it
Kirill.
Kirill?
Kirill, yeah.
Kirill.
Kirill.
I'll yell out Kirill.
Okay. Fine.
Kirill!
Face me, you.
Okay. Are you trying to intimidate Kirill? Are you trying
I'm trying to
to
get Kirill to come on out.
come out and play Kirill?
Pretty much. Come
Okay.
out and, yeah.
Okay.
Come out and face.
me.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's the vibe.
All right.
So
Fine.
intimidation.
It's probably more persuasion if you're trying to get him to come out and play rather than run off and hide in a bush.
Can I roll persuasion?
You can
Would you
roll
describe
persuasion.
Kirill as evil for the purposes of my book?
For the purposes of your book, the answer is, I think, off the top of my head, Kirill is 100%
It's like
evil.
murdering kids, yeah?
He is like totally evil. He's like evil Kirill.
That means I roll a crit for a 24.
Oh, Kirill, you hear this answering, really guttural, angry howl from deep in the cave system, and start to hear movement on all sides. So it would appear that with a crit, you've mobilised whatever is in here to come and get you. Come have a go if you think you're hard enough.
Beautiful.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Oh, yes, but I will... What is that right? Cast still at a 4th level or higher, damage increases to... Yeah, cool. I'm casting that with my 4th level spell slot.
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. That gives me 4d6 fire, which I can probably do a bit of damage.
Okay. So it's their attack next.
Oh, I thought they'd gone for some reason.
No.
Okay, no, that's fine. I can survive a hit.
Okay.
I do actually have my own
From
hits.
what? 3 ones?
No, just one. But it is. These are mine.
So with its claw attack, it rolls an 11.
That's a miss.
Misses with its claws.
Hit it away with my flaming sword.
And 23 with its bite.
That one will do. That one will do.
Okay.
So currently getting attacked by the...
Apparently getting wailed on by a werewolf.
So that's 9 piercing damage.
9 piercing damage. Not too bad.
And a DC and a con save.
Con save, and I think my flame blade is concentration as well. It is. Con save there is not good. Not good at all. A 6.
So that's not concentration.
No, that's not con.
That's also failed your con save.
Just asked.
So you failed your con save.
And then concentration on the spell.
Yep.
Oh, good. That's a 20. That's a pass.
Okay, so your flame blade's up.
Yeah, flame blade's up. Whatever con save you just asked for didn't work.
Okay, excellent. That makes me happy.
Do I know what just happened?
No, but you could make.
I think I know what
Roll.
just
I
happened.
know. Roll insight.
Insight? Oh, yeah.
Did you just fail the con?
I failed
Yeah.
a con save for a werewolf bite attack, so I know what's happening. That's a 25.
Quinny would also have a sinking feeling that they also know what's happening.
Oh dear. No, like Hazard could be pretty cool. Like, I don't know. I'm an animal most of the time.
I'm going to be honest, between paladins and star druids are the best ranged healers in the game.
Fair.
Okay. Is that your turn?
That's about all I got. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you'll let me do something really finicking. A bear
Yep.
is large. When I shift
Yes.
into wild shape, can I be
Move
out
away?
of this thing's
Yeah,
range
yeah.
so I don't get opportunity attacks?
Well, you moved and then it moved and attacked you. So it's,
yeah, sorry.
yeah,
Cool.
because its turn was after yours.
Yeah.
So I'm quite happy for you to have moved, but it closed the gap.
irrelevant anyway.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. All right then. So need to move everybody else. Okay.
How are you looking?
Look, I've been a bear most of the time, so I've only lost 9 hit points. So I'm looking fine. I think I'm now a werewolf, but that's, besides the by.
But they're on there.
Harleen, you're up.
I do have 1 wild shape left. I've got
Right.
this sword. I really like it.
I'm up there with Eldritch Blast.
So,
That's so good. Is that the flame sword?
It's fine, so it's full
Take
hit.
the bloody points off.
I've got a plus 9 because it's the spellcaster. So it's really
well,
good.
I mean, if,
Yeah, you put the burning wall there.
yeah, if you
There's
put
a
burning wall up, there would have been a few
Can you
things
dispel
to
that?
fight, but,
Hypothetically.
yeah.
I know you could, but I mean, like, without extending more spell slots. Surely it's a spell you can get rid of.
Yeah, you can get rid of it.
Well, we
It's a concentration spell,
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
so
can
yeah.
just stop concentrating on it.
That's good.
We need Queen on this side of the wall, that's the problem.
Honestly, I'm fine. I've got a whole other wild shape. I'll shift and then jump through the wall when I need to. Don't worry about it.
Are you shouting that through the wall?
I'll be shooting.
Don't worry!
Big intimidation thing. By the way, everyone, I'm fine. Don't stress.
I'll be shooting.
I don't know, I could see her doing that.
look after
true.
themselves.
You're going to what, sorry?
So we know that Queen can look after themselves.
Holly. Followed by Vash.
I'm good. I don't know.
I'm just waiting until something comes through because I'm not running through a fire.
Very sensible.
I'm having to
Okay.
listen to you go over.
Okay.
I don't have that.
Vash, you're up.
That's a fairly
I'm going to walk forward 10 feet. Crawl forward 10 feet, sorry.
Towards the edge.
Toward past the flame so I can see Queenie better.
Ooh, that would involve going. So to do that, you're going to have to come down to go in. So you will enter the wall of force to do that. So that's entering the wall of force, fire. So that's 5d8.
You see Quinny holding a really cool flaming sword.
19.
Okay.
So I might take more than 10 feet down there.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'm still on the ceiling.
On the ceiling, but yeah, that's fine.
Can I see any werewolves?
You can, from where you are looking down, because you can't see in, and so you've got a choice from here, where you are, because you're now on the other side of the wall. You can walk into the cave on the roof. You can see the one that Quinny's been playing with, or you can walk into the cave if you want to see further.
I will probably stay where I am because it's a really good ambush spot. And I'm going to fire Eldritch Blast into the one I can see.
Okay.
25
Hits.
and 24.
Hit.
Man.
You want one so we can spy.
That would be 10 force damage and 13 force damage.
And you blast
That's good.
that one to pieces. So it's just
Aww.
absolutely. So that one is absolutely
The firewall.
gone.
Concerned.
It has gone.
Well, the telekinetic shove, I can just shove it into the flames. I love the telekinetic.
Oh, since
Okay.
I'm finally near someone and can actually speak common at this point, I'll let Vash know how many people we're up against.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic. Let's see if we can funnel them into the firewall, shall we?
Firewall!
Okay.
Just over on the other side.
Firewall!
What was that?
They're like Travis
Sorry.
Scott with blast. Molly Lodge, I'm Thomas today, friends!
So you, Quinny and Vash can both hear just movement coming down this tunnel towards you, and you know, a significant amount of movement. Malachi, you're up.
I'm just going to continue to hold the sacred flame action.
If needs be, we can cover you.
That's
Okay.
yeah.
Just holding. Okay. Okay.
See it.
I think you can see through a fog cloud like for 5 feet or something. That would be
Yeah.
darkness, maybe?
Oh, no.
That's my
Da,
back.
da, 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 da. She says,
Darkness is
where's that one? There's
just an absolute wall of second.
What are you going to? Emma doesn't hate anybody, me.
I don't know.
Okay. What are you planning?
Hear what they're talking about, Emma.
Yeah?
You've got another me on your hands.
No, I swear I'm not.
No, I'm easy. Okay, Antoinette, you're up.
I don't think I want to do that thing just
Do
yet.
it.
Do it. Give into your anger.
Alright, yeah, I'll do it.
Nothing
Hang on,
much else
hang on.
that we can do.
Do it.
Alright, I'm going to cast darkness over the wall of fire.
Okay.
How is that going to interact with the light created by the wall of fire?
Third level spell or lower.
It's a 4th level spell, but you won't see the light from the fire wall of fire achieve in the darkness.
Although, the wording of... Anyway, it's Emma's decision.
Yeah.
That's
As DM,
as DM, I'm tempted, to be fair, because it's just utterly chaotically ridiculous. Which
Let's
I love
present some
it.
significant problems for us.
right, spreads around corners, creatures with darkness
Well,
can
you
see through it.
can't
You're
really-
holding
I'm
on the
fine.
darkness,
Oh,
eliminates
oh,
also darkness,
No, I don't
paper
have,
to
Yeah.
well, I'll
But
change
it's
something
the
to dark vision.
I don't have
It's
Devil's
magical darkness.
Devil's Sight's the one that allows you to see.
I've got
So this will not, at second level, get rid of the light from a wall of fire.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So if any of the spell, because the area of light created by a
That's what I was
spell
thinking.
of second level or lower, it will dispel it. So the light will shine through the
And I don't
darkness.
think I want to cast my third level spells just yet.
Probably not. It would also dispel the wall of fire and my cool sword.
Exactly. So instead, I'm going to create another minor illusion because you can
Yeah.
have multiple.
Yes.
And I'm going to put myself standing in the wall of fire where I've got the other one.
Oh, okay. So a freaky wooden doll
Kind of like,
standing unburning in the wall of fire.
yeah.
They love sticks.
Okay.
True.
Fine. For the sake of this, I will move you, but you yourself are still back
Fair
here.
enough, yeah.
Yeah? So this is illusory Antoinette.
Yeah.
Okay, Quinny, you're up.
Alright. Can I see anything ahead of us?
Um,
What's down the tunnel?
so that's as far as you can see into
Are those
the
on
tunnel.
The left going to or away from us?
All coming towards you at the moment.
Alright.
So
Oh,
there's
no.
two direwolves and two humanoid wolf-like creatures. So they're not transformed, but you would assess all of these people as werewolf.
Yeah, awesome.
They're still in humanoid form.
Good to know. Are they, is the one closest within 35 feet?
It is 30 feet to the closest one of you.
Vash, do you reckon we should go fight these guys or stay here?
I'm quite happy to ambush them here.
Alright.
Lure them into the wall of fire.
3
Yeah.
quiddy.
Is that a choke point there? Will that big one be able to get past while the...
So
one in
what
front
you
still-
can see from where you are is this is like a tall sort of rock wall with a tunnel going off on either side that's maybe 5-6 foot wide.
If I was to stand directly in front of that closest one, because obviously it can't move through my space,
Yes.
would it be stuck until I got out of the way? Or
Would
be able
it
to go-
be stuck?
Would it be stuck, or could it just go around me?
No, it would be able to get around you.
Okay, what about the big
The
one?
direwolf wouldn't be able to get around you.
I'll take those odds, yeah. I want to go run up and melee engage the one right in front.
There-ish.
Yeah. There-ish.
I might.
As you run past, you get a glimpse of some up here.
Yeah.
As
I'll
you-
call to Vash. Another one there, and point. And then I guess if I can get that far, I'll hold a spell attack against
So you can move and attack. So it was just your movement. That's 30
Yeah.
feet of movement. Do you want to attack on this turn?
Oh, is it in melee range?
You're within, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll go for melee attack. I'll go for a flaming blade attack.
Flaming blade attack.
Is that's 9. That's a quick fail.
Ooh! You swipe with your flaming blade and just catch both walls in a very dramatic,
This is the first time I've done this.
sort of lightsaber-esque movement, sort of waving it in front of its face,
And stay back.
and stay back.
That is all I've got, because I can't Hunter's Mark while I have this thing up.
I'm imagining that scene in Rogue One with Vader in the hallway, except
Oh,
instead of
except
just
really lame.
really bad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So we are. Where are we?
That scene is proof that Anakin is still in Vader. I mean, he turns off his life support system to make a dramatic entrance. If that isn't Anakin, I don't know what is.
There we go.
Can I actually, Emma, question? This thing is described as a flame-like
Dying.
scimitar appears in
Just
one
to make a
hand,
bigger
blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Does that mean I could hold a light weapon in my other hand?
Yeah.
Awesome. In that case, I'll use my bonus action to do a sickle attack.
Okay, that's fine.
So that is... Hell yeah, that's much better. That is 23.
Hits.
Oh, yeah,
One of them. It is only a d4, but it's still something. And that is just 2 regular... I think it's slashing damage.
From a non-magical weapon.
From it's just a mundane sickle.
Okay.
This feels like an elaborate.
But I want to do something.
I know. You reach out in almost like a Victorian gentleman declaring a duel with a handkerchief. You take this blade and literally just scratch it across the snout. It does virtually no damage at all, but it is pissed off, and this thing just rears back. Okay. Harleen, you're
I'll
up.
use my scimitar next turn, so it does slightly more damage, but good to know that non-magical is not...
I'm feeling really useless on this side.
So-
because I really can't do it.
So you roll a perception check.
Dirty.
Okay, you think it wouldn't be the easiest of things, but you think you could actually climb here, and if you've got a rope, could potentially get down on the other side of the wall of fire from the teeth. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that you could get onto the top of that snout and then swing in more Tarzan-esque is an option. Either through this way, the way that Vash climbed, or that way. You reckon you could do that? Probably. There would be a risk in that if you weren't able to do it, you might fall into the wall of fire. But it's possible. It's doable.
We believe in you.
I don't know enough about you to believe in you,
Yeah, don't know.
Champion fighter. Right on. You're champion fighter, aren't you? That gives you advantage on athletics checks, doesn't it?
I was only a barbarian.
No, champions get advantage on athletics and
Champions get
acrobatics, I believe.
better crit chance.
Yeah, that's one of them. And then they're like level 6 then or something is advantage on 2 different types of skill checks. I believe. I could be mistaken.
Champions are good.
No?
No?
I've only ever
I
played
might be completely off base.
I want.
I get 2 fights and I get to add +2 to any strength checks or con check.
I feel like if you want
Yeah, that might. That's
That
what
says you can already use your proficiency
No, no,
bonus, so when you make a running long jump, you add +3 to the speed bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
Okay.
Half of those.
Athletics check. Are you going to use your movement and bonus movement? So effectively a dash as a climbing maneuver. That's fine. So
He's going to
athletics.
try and follow Vash's and do the wall run.
But with,
Without spider climb. So a little more.
Without being able to walk calmly.
I rolled a natural 19.
Okay. You make this look really easy. So you, as you, it's not my first rodeo climbing into a wolf den through a wall of fire. So this Mission Impossible-esque, as Harleen jumps up, takes a vault with a 90. What have you got? +6. So what's that? 25 or something ridiculous?
Yeah, 25.
25. Vaults off one of these bottom teeth onto halfway up this row. And you find, once you're there, that actually there are handhelds. And you're just like, we could have just fucking climbed this in the first place. And really easily, almost as easily as Vash walking up it, you just climb around here, over the top of the wall, and start heading down the other side.
Vash will yell out as you go past. Okay, now that was impressive.
Can I do like a somersault and really cool land on the ground?
You can roll acrobatics to see if you can vault off and land in a 3-point.
That's a natural 20. I am not kidding.
So Harleen runs up, vaults off one of the teeth, climbs up the wall, over the top of the wall of force, leans forward, vaults off, turns and lands Thor-like in a 3-point stance with her hammer on the ground on the other side of the wall of force and goes...
You can hear, and I mean, this is good, you can hear Vash pounding through the wall of fire.
There you go. So you are now on the opposite side of the wall of fire. That would be your action. And you're underneath Vash. Okay.
So I look up at Vash and go, you okay?
So you can...
Show off.
So you can see through there. You can see...
a bottle of wine.
You can see Malachi's spiritual weapon just like hanging out by the wall. You can see Quinny going up this tunnel that appears to be, stacked with creatures coming down, and you can see Vash hanging on the thing, and the wall of fire is behind
Am I
you.
the only one on the other side now?
Malachi's there too. Okay.
That would have been everything.
Vash, that's your turn.
I'll go down.
So you're on the ground.
I'll go down.
You have got an action surge if you want.
Yes, you do.
If you want to use it.
You can have it block the tunnel, maybe.
Yeah, I'll go try help.
Could you imagine like a 2
Okay.
No.
So you're going to use your action surge for the rest of your movement. I will happily let you do that on a 19 and a 20. There you go.
No, the action surge is used.
All right, Vash, you're up.
For healing to do would be useless.
Can I actually go off the
Kill
to
everything.
the other corner, or is there anything coming down here?
On the other side?
I saw one over there, which I would be yelling out as much as I can.
So you can see what appears to be some kind of pool of water, and then you can see that this tunnel gets to 10 foot and then opens out, and you can certainly see there's like a big pool of water in the distance. You can't immediately see anything coming down there, but it sort of opens out just past that round, so hard to know.
Can werewolves swim?
I mean, dogs can.
I mean, I would
Little
assume.
doggy paddle werewolves.
Werewolf paddle?
Yeah.
Werewolf paddle confirmed.
I'll tell you in 6 to 9 days.
Oh, we could find out now. Chuck one of them in the lake there.
In fact,
I think
if you
fire would
bite
be
me
more
right,
effective.
What happens?
So yeah, it's my turn. So
Yes, it is.
So I'll come down the roof, staying on the ceiling, but I'll come down to a point where I can see what 25
disadvantage on concentration saves.
There's a couple of things.
Sorry.
I'll stay on the ceiling,
Yes.
but I'll move to a position where I can see what 25.
Okay. So I'll move you to there, but you are on the ceiling, going into this tunnel. So from the ceiling, so there you go, Harleen. So you can see there's at least one direwolf. There is at least one humanoid creature. There's sort of rock formations. It looks like there's some steps going up in the background, big pool of water down that side. Vash, you can see Harleen, you can see Quinny, and you can see werewolves and humanoids and direwolves going off into that distance. All of this is up to the ceiling. It's sort of big wooden, big stone walls.
Can you show me real quick?
Yes.
I'm going to pull
sorry,
something.
No, you're right. What would you like me to show you?
Just what 15 feet looks like in front of us.
In front of you?
Yeah,
No, I can't see me right now.
can't see the cool lines.
To the direwolf.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Yep, no worries.
I'm blind to see what characters are what, so just praying.
Okay, so for my bonus action, Vash is going to get to Storm of Dread.
Man,
Oh, you-
okay.
So my hair from the crown of my head goes white as I transform. Teeth get longer, my eyes go blood red. And I will fire an Eldritch Blast at the direwolf coming towards Harleen,
Okay.
and another one at the one going towards Quinn.
Thank you.
Okay. So this one up here and this one in the middle here.
Yes, that
These
one
two.
there.
Okay, which one first?
I'll get to that in a second.
Brianna, may I have a piece of your banana bread?
Oh, of course. Do you want me to just pass you?
Yeah,
along?
just yeah.
You're very polite, but,
That's very polite. Yeah,
I'm actually sorry.
it's now in my dice box. It's all good. It's really
I
nice.
had way too many bananas, so
I suppose it doesn't
I'm
matter because I rolled natural 14 on both, it's 22.
Hit, hit.
Okay, I need both of them to make wisdom saves, please.
One critted and one's failed.
Okay, so the one that failed is frightened of me.
Okay, so this one is frightened.
oh, beautiful. They can't come closer.
Yeah, that's why I love Form of Dread. Anything like it has to do a wisdom save or it's frightened of me.
Wrong one.
Brilliant. And I'm resistant to necrotic damage. So which one is afraid of me?
This one?
Perfect. It blocked that whole way off for you.
Club the other.
Yes. Okay, so that one
Do you want some
took 11 force damage,
11.
What was that?
and the one coming towards
You did
Harleen
2 turns on the minor
took
illusion.
14
I'm sure.
force damage.
We're
And
just trying
that
to draw
is
them
my
out.
turn.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Okay.
And I get 1d10 plus 2 hit points. The temporary hit points.
Indeed.
I was so tempted to take
Well,
it
full
for
vampire.
that.
Okay.
He's seen me go full vampire. He doesn't like it.
It's like form of dread creeping
I wanted to
up
do Archfey Warlock for Kenny. We just have 3 Warlock dips in the party.
but never past like level 2 because why would you?
I'd consider taking level 3 if I was going to wizard.
Yeah.
Only for the spell.
So the werewolf closest to Quinny is attacking Quinny.
Brilliant.
So that's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not exactly swimming in armor class.
So 5 slashing damage from the claws and 18 to hit.
Succeed my con save, 18 hits.
And you get bitten again as well for 9 piercing damage.
9 piercing.
And con save, although you've
Another
already
one?
failed your con save, yeah.
14.
Okay.
And I do keep up the sword. Wow, I'm rolling well on the con saves. I failed the other one, but
Yeah.
that's my 4th level spell
I
slot
can
too,
become
so
a
I
werewolf,
really
but
don't want to
not
lose it.
the sword.
Are you looking?
36. Not spectacular.
I've got some bardic inspiration I can help you out with.
I would love bardic inspiration because if I hit with this, it does a bunch of damage.
So you're at 36. Is that right?
But yes, I'm at 36 hit
Mhm.
points.
Okay.
Oh, good to know as well.
The direwolf that is currently frightened moves no closer, but stands its ground and just snarls. Looks quickly behind it and discovers a whole load of stuff coming up the corridor behind him, but makes no attempt to move further forward. Malachi, you're up. Okay.
Maintain the wall fire.
Cool beans.
Well, we probably will have to retreat back through it anyway.
I was never planning this to be sustainable.
Yeah. It was more of a to kind of gauge how many are coming.
See,
And,
my whole idea is they come running past me and I just telekinetically shove them into the firewall.
I'm sure you'll still get a shot. Is that a human?
Mm-hmm. Well, humanoid figure of some description.
Gotta remember we're no werewolves. So.
It's not a child. Harleen, 24 to hit.
Yeah, that's
'Just cool.
6 piercing. And a strength saving throw, please. Is this bloodied, injured, sluggish looking direwolf moves towards you.
the 13.
You wobble backwards, but you've got your hammer out. You put your hammer down behind you, and it stops you from falling prone. Bloody 14 against slow.
Still slow.
Wow. Not wise at all.
No, it's really not. I mean, it would if it was wise, it would just stay with the fucking the one that's just come down towards Harleen from here.
Only attacking once.
It did only attack her once. That is true.
Fantastic.
Is that how that works? I thought it was just couldn't do a bonus action.
You can attack action, bonus action, or reaction, isn't it? It's but none. You can only do one on your turn.
And
So 6 damage.
AC -2 reflects those.
Honestly, that will probably not make an enormous difference to it. Let's get moved down. Or
Okay, next level.
ships down now. This one is coming in that way.
Even better, which is level 11. She gets 4 attacks.
Where am I?
3rd attacks.
This one's
Up to 5, is it?
5 gets 4 attacks per round. At level 1. At level 17, actually.
that one's moving down. Where am I?
Then I cast House.
That one's moving.
But I'm like, I can't
Over
justify
there.
that theming wise for my character.
It is
Antoinette.
I'm taking my magical secrets with counterspell.
great.
Antoinette, where would you like to
I
go?
don't think there's a lot that I can do, and I'm not going anywhere near the fire. So, would I be able to cast message? It's 120 feet at a creature in range.
Yep.
Yeah, do any
Oh,
yeah.
Can I cast a message into the mind of one of the enemies?
Yes.
And I'm just going to kind of beckon it to come, and I'm going to be like, come here, please. You need to come.
It's actually a really good idea. Like,
Where did
really
that
good.
other werewolf come from?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, what is it? I've decided again, it's about this chair. It's about this position where all your dice just break.
I know.
It's like the werewolf that's currently got to get past Quinny has gone.
Do you know,
Amazing.
roll 4
A
at once.
child to get. It's like one fucking stupid ass fucking creatures. Quinny, you're up. You watch the ears of the werewolf in front of you sort of prick up. And there you go.
And there
You're
are
up.
2 werewolves in front of me.
Yeah. The one's moved down here.
Awesome.
The
If
direwolves can't go
there's
past
three
the
of
werewolves.
them, what I'd like to do instead of what I was going to do, I'd like to cast a third level thunder wave on the three things in front of me.
Okay.
Which is
Get them
a
towards
con
us, not away
save,
from
please. You're trying to get them towards
Yeah,
you.
that's
I'm trying not to die.
I will throw a cutting words at the direwolf.
You do the werewolf instead.
Why the werewolf?
Because I don't want it to pass. But
No, it's going to get all three of them, isn't it?
it'll get all three, yeah.
No, I'll hit the big ones and that's all down.
Okay.
What's my body?
So the first one got a 12.
Fail.
Okay. And
the direwolf has to subtract 8 from its saving throw.
okay. And the second one got a 20.
That one will pass.
And then the direwolf.
It's not quite that high.
Malachi's just there.
The direwolf got a 9 minus 8. So
one
not
fail.
So a 1. Yes.
Wonderful, that's a fail.
Well, it's not a crit fail. It's just a normal fail. But he fell badly. Yes.
Is 48 thunder damage, so that is... Oh, terrible roll. Oh my god, that's 8 thunder damage.
Oh.
It's a third level spell.
Oh, that's
It's a
so
third level
sad.
spell. I
So
rolled 2 1s, a 2 and a 4.
okay, so the direwolf failed. So is that 8?
That is 8, yes.
Okay.
And they're all knocked. The ones that failed are also pushed 10 foot away from you.
Okay. So not only it's pushed, but it also pushes the other one further back because it kind of like a. So it's pushed its other friend back. This one. So fail is 8. Yes.
Yeah, 8 thunder passes 4 thunder.
And that one's also pushed back down there. And a pass.
I know.
And a pass, half damage.
Half damage, yes.
Yeah.
And are they prone when they get knocked back? No, it's just pushed back.
Okay.
Well, that was disappointing.
It was good, but yeah.
And there's a big loud noise that goes down the cave.
This is why Tempest Clerics are good. You could just mass that down again.
48. I thought I was being smart. Alright.
Okay.
What I would love to do then is... That one in front of me, is it in melee with me currently?
Yes.
Cool. Not going anywhere then. But I think... Will you... I asked this briefly a little while ago. Would you let me hold this flaming sword in any of my wild shapes at all? Or is that definitely... No?
Depends on your wild shape.
Wonderful. How about...
And how you can convince me that your wild shape is going to use the flaming sword.
So, the wild shape is a relic sloth, which is a great big giant... It famously has very big... claws.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Because a relic sloth with a flaming blade's hilarious.
I will
So
probably
yes.
need to take a step back because they are
Here we
huge
go.
mechanically.
Rule 0, the rule of cool.
And then Quinny will turn into a monstrous giant ground
is that
sword.
what it looks like?
76
That's
hit points.
beautiful.
Okay. I have probably not got a monstrous, huge, giant sloth in my thing today. I know, it's terrible, isn't it? So I will probably make you a giant rocktopus because it's my favourite.
I love the giant octopus too.
And it's giant. So I shall make you... Do you want to be a giant octopus or a giant rocktopus?
Oh, giant rocktopus.
Giant rocktopus, even though you're not. You're clearly
A relic sword.
not. But it gives you the right...
The whole.
There you go.
They're huge. They
I
are
was going to
very
say, yeah, then plug the hole. Yeah?
big and beefy. I think I got 10-foot reach, which is nice.
And you moved back, didn't
And they
you?
also cannot be knocked prone or moved against their will. They have terrible speed, but they just...
There you
I
go.
You're
can't
just
tell,
gonna
I can't
say
tell
that.
if an enemy shove you.
Definitely not. They're also a huge creature.
There you go. So there is now a giant sloth plugging
We have no idea what's happening.
plugging the tunnel.
Now, if you had a message, one of us would have told you.
True.
Okay.
You should come in
I
and
like
join
the
fun.
idea of luring them over, though.
They can't move towards the fire. They're
Keep
frightened
the
of the
fire up for
fire.
another 6 turns.
Yeah.
It's
As I said, you should...
not possible. For
I'm
them
stuck
to
with the
come
one person who probably wants me dead with the fire.
Yeah, what is the casual conversation
Okay.
the two of you are having out there?
through. Yeah, Malachi's probably
Malachi, I'm just
freaking out.
ignoring the song.
I'm probably like putting snow on myself. Just preemptively.
Johnny Cash over here.
She does not move. This one is coming
the Morning Lord. What is this abomination?
That way. Harleen, you are up.
Awesome.
I've probably never seen fire before, but I have an innate fear of it.
Not a fan.
Yeah, just for a second.
So
Just
one in
prove.
front of you, how far away?
It's alright, just moving back and moving back again. So you can see there's all sorts of stuff in this tunnel. The one in front of you is within 6 feet, 7 feet. So within melee, it attacks you.
Can we
And it's slow.
call out to this woman that we see
This one?
in front of us? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't want to kill the whole pack.
I mean, I don't know from what I've seen of this part.
Can I call out and say, we request audience with your alpha?
She screams back down this tunnel. Where's my mate? Or have you killed him already?
Oh no!
Who is your mate?
It's the dude we killed.
We didn't
Blonde guy?
We didn't.
Organs missing?
Redbeard.
I definitely.
First of all,
Red beard, red stomach, red clothes, red stains.
Conversation.
we don't know if that's her mate.
Yeah, we do.
Not until she confirms it. It's really speculation.
Yeah.
Lars.
That's true.
Yes.
The last we saw of him,
You didn't go out.
he was. The last we saw of him is when we travelled past a group of wargs.
Does he live?
I'm unsure.
Roll a deception check.
Just let Vash do the line.
Visions of the exploding
15.
head going through one.
Well, to be fair, the way I'm rolling, she might be like, "Oh, cool." You know, there is that as a potential option
There's
here.
potential.
Vash do the line.
Oh, 13. So she is.
DM cars.
She.
This is why you give them advantage.
She doesn't get advantage. Not on this. She doesn't get advantage. She gets advantage on other stuff. Not on this. She stops moving forwards.
Cool. I don't want to. Okay, he's attacked me, but I'm going to take a step back and kind of go in a position where I don't want to fight.
So you know you can take a step back from this one because this is the sluggish.
Yeah.
So you know it's not going to attack you.
Yeah. To just kind of like prove I don't want to fight. I just want an audience with your alpha.
Okay.
Whom we want to murder.
Yeah.
They don't need to know that right now.
Well,
We
you can
just
challenge him to one-on-one combat with him.
A duel?
One-on-one combat. The right of blood.
Vash, you're up.
The game of fangs.
Now that I've seen Harleen do that, I don't want to attack anything. Break that.
I mean, I only spoke for myself. I didn't speak for the party.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
My views do not reflect.
These
But also, Vash doesn't want to make you to be a liar. Even though
I mean, that's very much appreciated.
even though
Riley
he-
is very
look,
used to it.
even though he knows damn well you're lying.
Yeah, you don't need to roll perception. You do.
No, I know
Yeah,
she's
I'm
lying. I was
quite.
there.
Yeah, you were there. I guess the only question is whether you go, what, isn't he the dead dude that's like splattered all over the snow at them? But I think your intelligence is high enough to probably not do that.
Quinny says that in sloth.
Yeah.
Nobody else speaks sloth. Yeah, you're alright.
I will hold an Eldritch Blast for the next hostile action.
Okay. Fine.
And give Quinny Bardic Inspiration. My bonus.
I appreciate it. There's very little
So you
chance
have
I'm not attacking now.
So you have a D8.
A D8? Oh,
D8.
beautiful. It's an adding
The
17 to my attack.
the werewolf that has just watched you transform into this giant sloth with a burning blade disengages and moves back.
Does it look like it's running away, or does it look like
It looks like
sorry, does
it
it still look
is-
aggressive?
It looks wary.
Okay.
It looks like it is regrouping rather than running off.
Okay.
But it also has just watched this thing it was attacking turn into a giant, huge creature with
Can
a
I
burning
attempt
blade.
to determine if it's going to attack me next round, if it gets the opportunity, or if it's like stepping down a little in line with this communication thing happening here?
Yeah, you can roll probably insight.
23.
You think it is stepping down because the female figure did not attack.
Okay. I won't take an opportunity attack then, but I will yell out as intimidating
They
a
disengaged
Oh, they disengaged. Oh, cool.
and moved.
I don't have an option then.
Okay, Malachi, you're up.
I'm just going to continue to hold.
Continue to hold.
Because I
Okay.
don't know that everyone's disengaged on the other side, so I just assume we're going to come through at some point.
Okay, so the female figure in front of Harleen shouts out, "This is not the way to seek audience, blasting yourself into our home." If
Didn't they attack first? Didn't the wolves attack first?
Yeah, we did just walk
Did the
in.
wolves attack first?
our guard our home. If you wanted an audience, you could have spoken to them.
There was no humans there. There was only wolves.
Our guards patrol our home.
I saw no guards. 15.
Like I was half asleep.
She just...
Rocking back and forth singing Johnny Cash.
I ran in to keep Quinny from dying.
No, that he only
And she
started
calls out,
back up the wall fire. No one was talking about before.
"Kirill!" Face.
This is it.
At this point, Bash is on the roof. Like,
This is it.
Throw with all the fire.
She takes no action. The werewolf sluggishly and slowly backs back into that corridor and seems to be standing down and still is slowed. So we will just ignore him because he is the worst guard known to man.
Well, they're not exactly guys that you can talk to. Just say.
Okay.
They would also immediately try to kill that rabbit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was intent.
That was intent on the
Yeah.
rabbit.
It was...
More you
I
we had a approach that wouldn't have done.
I am not 100% clear that attacking a colour-changing rabbit is a
It's
massively...
exactly the same thing.
It's
Oh,
like-
Quinn-
okay.
You know?
As long as we're
It's the same
clear.
different.
Absolutely. After you put them in
Yeah.
life-threatening damage.
Antoinette,
You're only
Um,
jealous you didn't.
Once again, I don't think there's much I can do except try and contact one of our party members.
Yep.
And be like, are we fighting over there? You can.
you would probably get
Whoever's closest.
Harleen or Vash into the roll-up.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harleen would probably not react
Presently,
well.
Harleen's trying to talk them down, but we'll see how successful she is.
And then I'll say to you, they're trying to talk to them.
What?
Maybe we should
We
go.
don't want to kill the entire pack. We just want to get rid of the.
They kidnap kids. What about all the fire?
I knew what Malachi's point was.
The sloth really slowly.
I get that.
I knew
But they can
Malachi's
only
point.
act under their alpha's instructions.
Well, you're not. Are you saying this to her? And
No,
really-
no.
I was-
I'm
I
just
was-
saying this in general.
Okay,
They have. So that is the information. Whether Malachi takes any notice, that is the information that you have given. Is that this pack in itself has not done anything other than live far away from society and just hunt normal animals until this dude took charge. You also think that Antoinette's owner may possibly be in there.
I need to find my friend.
Okay, fine. I'll take the other.
It was a good thought.
Yeah.
Like, the wildfire was good.
Okay, so wildfire is.
It was just
Use it more.
It was just taking too long to get to us.
I'm keeping my bloody spiritual weapon away.
Yeah, your spiritual weapon's up.
You can sit on my shoulder.
Well,
That's my backup.
Alright. So, would you. So, Malachi takes concentration down on the wildfire. Antoinette, do you want to move?
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
That's a nice door. I'm gonna.
You've Eldritch blasted from there, so they'd have seen you. They know where you are.
I
Sorry.
don't have my actual class on here, but I'm small.
Okay. So you're invisible?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
That sounds like a no.
Sorry, what?
So are you moving?
Yes, I'll just use all my movement to kind of get in so I can see a little bit, but kind of stay back.
Yeah, I'll just put you there. There you can see. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see, currently, you can see as you go into this cave, you can see Vash up on the roof. You can see Harleen with her hammer staring down a tunnel of werewolves and direwolves and this woman and just facing them down. And you can see what appears to be a giant sloth with a flaming sword wedged across a tunnel. That would be about it. Yes.
I take my parasol out and I just sit on the ground because I don't know what's going on.
That is very valid. Okay.
Kind of have dolls sit with their legs out.
The Japanese mage hand to puppet her.
Okay.
I'll remote puppet it. Just scare the shit out of people.
Top of the order.
Did I get a go that round?
No, you did not. I'm sorry, I missed you. You're after Antoinette.
That's alright. I will just move back like 5 foot, so I'm still blocking the tunnel in regards to opportunity attacks.
Yep.
But enough so that I can see what's going on in the other one.
Okay, so it's you. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So if I move you there within this of range, anything coming down here would you be able to whack? So you can
hold movement as an action.
Yeah.
If any of them charge like aggressively, I'd like to step back in and block that tunnel.
Fine.
Awesome. That's what
No worries at all. You can absolutely hold your movement.
How much do they weigh?
You see Harleen, you see a man step down next to this woman, and then another woman on the other side. So there's now 3 of them across there. Harleen, it's your go.
they haven't like introduced themselves. Or
No.
Harley wouldn't do anything.
So
She would just probably see the guy and go, so is that your elf?
She looks and goes, "You shouldn't really need to ask."
Well, I mean, I'm really not from around here. I don't usually deal with this sort of thing. It's kind of my first time, so
Put down your weapons.
Harley would put her hammer on the back.
And tell your friends to stand down.
Let's tell my friends to stand down for now.
I'm not dropping concentration on this spell I've got, just for the record.
So the sloth stands there. Being a sloth, that's fine. Vash?
Do I recognise the other woman?
You don't recognise anybody in here. No.
The what? We saw the door.
The daughter. No, you don't.
Okay.
It's none of those two women are not in the locket.
Given my spider climb ability, I'm just going to sit on the ceiling.
Okay. It's fine.
And I'm still holding Eldritch Blast rock style action.
Okay.
Just with my arms and my armpits.
Okay.
It's like
This werewolf starts to move down this tunnel, but not in an attacking, hostile, running at you to attack. Just moving down, and you see them shift back into humanoid form.
Yeah, alright. How I do it.
Okay.
Are you joining us, Malachi?
Malachi is up.
Malachi will put the spiritual weapon behind his back.
Are you coming in?
Also, as you're walking like this, your spiritual weapon goes behind you. As far as I know, there's just a faint glow coming from behind
I was going to say, spiritual weapon casts sort of light. So you've kind of got this
halo,
bizarre halo coming in as Malachi walks in with this. Yeah, it's very dramatic. I'm not sure that. Yeah, okay.
In fact, what I will do, I won't drop my spell or my wild shape, but I will back out.
Literally doing this.
Back up.
Yes.
Okay. Fine.
I'd like to remain within about 20 foot of people if I can.
Yep.
But that's about.
I just imagine Bash from this
May the
thing
Lord be with you.
in the ceiling, charging the Eldritch Blast down his arm, then picking his teeth.
She moves
Very nervous about
over there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the
I
next
did
step
not
of this
plan
plan
this.
is.
What's the
I don't
next?
see how this is going any other way. But let's
we
give
are
it
all
a try.
going to die.
Nah, I
Get
think
them all
we
into
can.
one place and fireball it. She'll be right.
Yeah,
I haven't used my hound yet, so
gotta use the
Yeah,
hand.
Very slow on
I just want to use the
Use
hound.
my full.
I just don't want to accidentally kill that daughter.
That's fair.
Um,
It would be
Yeah, there's armor in it for you.
The daughter's not there, we don't recognise anyone.
I mean, half of them are werewolves.
yeah. Half of them are
She
regular.
could-
I've got Moonbeam, which will show us what people really look like if they go
That's
into it.
That's
Oh.
Moonbeam. Nasty.
Moonbeam is pretty good. Great in chaos too, because you can block off the ways in that.
Okay, Antoinette, you're up. And then Quinny.
Well, we're not really doing anything, so I guess I'll just stay with Malachi.
Okay. Bit of them. Quinny.
I'd like to give a help action to someone if I can,
Okay.
by standing there and looking intimidating. I'm
I'm not sure looking intimidating right now is helpful, but okay.
I know Carly.
I'd like to grant someone an air of authority.
That's the thing.
The
You see, at the end of this tunnel, a couple of, again, female figures come into view. Not attacking, just holding. And then you see this tall man walking towards you. Okay. Harleen, you are up.
Harley would kind of take a step forwards towards the alpha and introduce herself
Okay.
and explain that I was passing through a village and
Mm-hmm.
they were looking for someone to deal with the werewolf matter.
Mm-hmm.
Stolen children.
Stolen children.
Regarding stolen children. And they were going to take quite a violent route, so I'm here to try and take a less violent route to resolve said issues so that both parties can live happily.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage on the grounds that you guys have bludgeoned your way into his house and killed some of his friends. With the help action, so you can roll it as a straight
With
through.
my bargaining for
Were we not attacked first?
No.
The record
The
should be.
rabbit was attacked first.
Well, the ones that we attacked.
They
were
missed
dead.
the rabbit,
Well,
just so and they were retreating into the cave.
Attempted murder on a dear allies of ours. How does it count as attack?
I'll end with a certain way we could make a like the skin become invisible. Oh, that body inspiration was needed.
21.
I like it.
She's trying to persuade.
23.
That's pretty good.
Just
I
about.
like
Rolled
it.
16
I like
and a
it.
13. Then rolled an 8 on the d12.
You have
So used.
a strange
Can't do much
way
until-
of showing respect. And he stands and sort of howls, and you watch everybody stand there.
Well, Harleen is going
come-
to firmly stick by the fact that she didn't attack anyone until one of the party members were
We
attacked.
come out of initiative order for a while, if you
For a
want
bit,
to.
anyway.
For a bit, anyway. While you see how this goes.
Momentarily.
At the moment, everybody has visibly stood down at this sort of howl from this leader.
As a sign of good faith, I'll drop the sword.
I'm not doing nothing.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Yes.
No, we're not in initiative.
No initiative order.
Okay.
You say what you want.
She kind of just stands up and she's like, "Have you seen my friend, Alina?"
You have come to us seeking friendship?
No. Forgive our new friend. She is a bit dazed and confused.
Her eyes like move.
Yeah.
One.
Okay.
We find her dazed and confused in the forest on the way up here, looking for a friend.
We heard some children have gone missing and you have been accused of taking. What say you?
We take children sometimes.
Why?
Do you happen to have one here called Madeline?
We don't usually ask their name. They just come and join our ranks. Have you been to any of the towns and cities around here recently? They could have a much better life
We're
up in
rather
the
familiar
mountains.
with
Yeah, well, so are we, and they could have a much better life up here with us, under the guidance of Mother Night, than they could ever have
that.
down
I
in
do have one
Valaki.
small question. Do they choose this or is it chosen for them?
You can see roll perception. Whoever is watching.
Natural 20 for a 28.
Okay. You see this one and this one look visibly conflicted. And they're standing behind or out of sight of this leader, and they look conflicted as he almost sort of tries to come up to an even sort of bigger and more intimidating presence and goes, "We take the children and we bring them into our pack. It is the way that things should be done."
Can I, as a giant sloth, start slowly walking up to this guy?
Yes, with your burning sword.
Yep.
Okay.
So, what
Just
you're
as they're
telling me-
puffing themselves up a bunch.
Yep.
What you're telling me is these children do not consent to this change.
Do they consent to attending the festivals under the guise of the
That
burgomaster?
problem's been solved.
They do now.
Oh yeah, we've revolution. Yeah.
They are
yeah.
free to do as they wish in the town of Lucky now.
Valaki has had a change of
Children
leadership.
run, terrified and screaming, into these hills and through the forests. And we,
Do I?
Yeah.
I will also-
look after them.
They count as
Directly
evil.
remember that that's not what
That's a 20.
21.
Some do. There are children who have run from various things, such as pastry hags, and
Or
Hyenas.
pastry hags, and you would know that Alina ran from the orphanage because she was terrified of what was in the orphanage. So she ran away from the orphanage. So you would also know that people run away from Valaki. She wasn't taken in. She ran away. She was then taken. She was taken off the path in the woods, coming out of Valaki.
Can I have a history check to see if these wolves seem familiar to the wolves that potentially attacked me?
Oh,
Excellent play.
You can roll history or probably from here you could roll history.
15.
There's nobody here who looks really familiar.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
But you're not quite as sure about the place.
Yeah.
So none of these people look or are generating, but
a few.
yeah, there's things about this place.
Further question. Your former leader and his wife. Where would they be?
Emil had become soft, no longer an effective leader of the pack, no longer having survival of the pack at his primary interest. So we have removed him. We do not routinely kill our own. He is safe.
But
He is
you
just
do enjoy
no longer.
attracting danger
He's
to your
exiled, shall we say?
And his wife?
She remains in the pack.
As he finished saying,
I would like to speak to her if you don't mind. I know her parents. They would like to know that she's safe.
He turns behind him and he nods at this red-haired woman who turns and disappears off.
Oh, and Vash
Further down into the cave. Further down into the cave.
He's not dropped it.
Okay.
As he finished saying that the old leader no longer had the pack's safety or whatever in front, Harley would pipe up and say, "Well, I'm sure that taking children and angering both the village and there's big scary wolves, wargs, is not much safer for your pack."
Yeah,
What's going on with the walks?
You are drawing a lot of undue attention to yourself.
The wargs are soft. The wargs have lived up here before.
When you would like to laugh as a snuff at that.
They have lived in these. They have lived in these.
It's like 10 seconds off.
So Quinny is more slowed than the slow direwolf. No, so they just look and they go, the wargs have lived in these mountains from before time, before the werewolves, the warg, were here, and they have lost their way. They were once great hunters who roamed these mountains and kept them safe. Now they hunt rabbit and deer and small creatures and subsist in a cave system further along the ridge line.
So you think that gives you the right to invade their territory?
These mountains are our territory now, and if they stand in our way, we will remove them.
And
The
I
pack
would say
must
that you've
survive.
done a better job of hiding from the humans than you are.
Much better job.
We are integrating the humans into our way of life.
No, you're
Integrating.
You're abducting and
Just a point of interest. Perhaps some of these humans don't want to be.
sentence. Basically, I say what you're about to say. But instead, you're abducting and grooming these children to believe that they want a better life as a werewolf that is constantly hunted by others.
If the pack is strong enough, they will not need to fear being hunted. They will not have to fear the political machinations of the towns of this land.
I'm so confident in your beliefs, you'd be willing to defend them in combat.
Challenging the alpha.
I challenge you! And Vash, the single combat, as soon as that comes out, and wait until you gain the attention of Strahd.
He laughs and goes,
I'm just like, Strahd.
Probably on turn.
we know
Later.
They work for Strahd, remember?
How do they?
Yeah.
not all of it. Some.
So he works for Strahd.
He works
Yes,
for Strahd.
he does.
I know Strahd. Have you met him? Have you met his manservant Rahadin?
I am intimately acquainted with Strahd.
Yeah. How do you think we have not been hunted down so far?
I'm sure once you outlive your usefulness, you'll become a scrape on the bottom of his boot.
We have no intention of becoming not useful.
You may
Shall
not
we
have a
say?
choice in that.
While you are talking, you see the red-haired woman return, and with her down right down the front, you see she's got another woman with her, with a relatively, not restraining her, but appears to not be 100%
Not
sure.
gently leading her.
Not gently leading her. Not gently leading her. And this is the woman that she's got a tear-stained face. She looks like she's been crying. This is the woman from the locket.
So Vash, while upside down, let the locket, holding onto the end of the necklace, let the locket drop in front of his face, obviously upside down.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents asked us to check on you.
She looks terrified.
And Vash, looking at dead in the eyes from this distance, just nod at her.
Can I
Yeah.
message into her head?
Yes?
What do you want us to do? She can reply.
Be careful. He is strong. They will defend him.
I knew all guns blazing wasn't smart as move.
Yeah.
I mean, talking probably isn't also the smart. Like, there is no real smart move here,
it's
but
getting to the point where they're probably going to try and kill us.
Getting into a fight again. Yeah.
They're probably going to try and kill us.
And she's sort of hauled off up those stairs, off into the...
I repeat
So
my
why-
challenge.
Oh.
why is she?
Single combat, you and me.
Quinny yells out loudly as well.
It's like-
In slow.
The rulership of your tribe, your pack.
He looks and he laughs and he goes, "You could not lead this pack unless you wish to become one of us first and then vie for leadership of the pack."
Quinny knows she's been bit at this point.
Yes, Quinny knows she's been bitten.
Nobody else.
You can't. I wouldn't drop the wild shape.
You don't think?
Does Malachi know if
Oh, I can give
he
him
can
a help.
reverse
Yeah.
werewolfism?
Oh,
fine,
good
John.
question. Do you werewolfism? Werewolfism is a valid role. Either medicine or religion or history. Your choice.
Can I get in on that as well?
As a sloth, yes.
Well, it's,
In your head,
it's a
yes.
mental thing, yeah?
Yes. Okay.
Yes, 18.
So you know from your sort of stories about werewolves, you know because werewolves are on the list of things you get taught about in the church and the problems that they occur. There are ways to get rid of lycanthropy, and there are also ways to tame lycanthropes, which is, so within Barovia specifically, having met all the were-ravens, lycanthropy was both used as a blessing and a curse. So it is entirely possible to control lycanthropy, similar to the Martikovs and the Wereravens.
Yeah.
So to be and there is a ritual which you wouldn't know, but you've heard of it. It's on the list of things that you would absolutely be looking on the out for, so you could fireball the people who are doing them in terms of controlling this terrible hybrid thing. You know that you can use belladonna and wolfsbane as a potion, which works for a proportion of people early in the course of the illness, but also kills a reasonable number of people, and that there is a challenge with that as a treatment, because it may work or kill you.
I've got a plan. I've got my charge of Command Monster on my book back, so if I fight him and he fails that save, I have full control over him for 24 hours.
Well,
you're running through it. There are several ways. So there's some things about if you know which wolf caused the curse, which werewolf it was, then you can kill that, and then there's a ritual with like the blood and the heart, and you could probably find somebody who knows how to do that. But you need to get the right werewolf, because it won't work from any werewolf. It has to be the one that did the biting. You know that the traditional things like greater restoration and things like that don't work in this setting.
That's not good.
Okay. Would you allow?
You get trained on this kind of what can greater restoration do at church training before you go into these places. Yeah. Church training. Bible camp. Yeah. The Morning Lord cult camp. The Morning Lord cult camp taught you this stuff.
If I allow one of yours to bite me, thus beginning the transformation process, will you accept my challenge?
Did Malachi really do this?
Yeah.
Abomination.
Yeah.
He'll take the risk,
Well, the Morning Lord still serve you being an abomination.
as I said.
Kirill walks up and goes, interesting. And walks right up towards you and goes, I will bite you. We can fight.
I said.
All you guys can do something to help him in this fight. I can't do anything.
At this point, I'm
All
going to
I
have to drop my wild
sit
shape.
back
because I'm
there
simply
and watch.
So are you submitting? Are you submitting to this particular? So as he walks up to you, he
I'm going to,
shifts.
before this happens,
Yes.
drop my wild shape and just say to Malachi, I've already been bitten, if you don't want to sleep.
I think I've got a better chance in this fight than you after the damage you've taken.
Alright, I can heal.
I was actually hoping one of you would like.
I was going
I'm a
to.
vampire.
So you're all volunteering to be leaders of the pack.
No, I'm Spartacus.
I literally can't.
It's fine.
Bring it down.
I'm
and
actually...
then
I'm gonna
challenge
get snapped in.
Emma, if I cast a healing spell with my staff of healing, will they think I'm attacking them, or can that be fairly obvious? That
No,
I'm
it can be
healing
fairly
them?
obvious.
Awesome. How's everyone else doing for health?
Full health.
I'm a full health too.
Oh, cool.
I've only taken 6 damage.
Cool. I'm going to heal myself in that case. Cure wounds.
Can I possibly finish it?
Yeah.
2 wounds. Let's do 3.
So you wish to be bitten.
Yeah. Malcolm.
So
Carlene is just muttering under her breath and just like cursing and just going this is not fun. Kurt boy, damn Morning Lord's gotten into his head. He thinks he can take on anything after he's killed a child. And
so that's 18 piercing damage
Oh, is it just... Oh, right.
as a start. And then I am assuming that you are deliberately not trying to resist that sort of sensation that...
Wait, so he's still getting bitten?
Oh, yeah.
he's got bit to do right.
And you are deliberately not trying to resist the feeling that
I also-
starts to wash over. Yep, okay. So you are bitten and have failed your contact.
Do you want some healing before you fight?
Yeah, we'll heal out me to heal myself before I fight.
I've got the bell branch if you know where to spend the spell slot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Well, since you're fresh, I should be fresh too.
He laughs There goes. Coward.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to cast the Cure Wounds on you, and while I'm doing that...
Concentration, by the way, for spiritual weapon.
I'm going to drop it anyway.
Okay.
I'll probably cast another one, because it's, I imagine by this point it's
Yeah, it is.
you get 13 points back.
13 points back.
13 back. And also, I'm going to cast on you...
Carly is perfect. Carly just takes another swig of wine because she's
What are you gonna fight with?
convinced that this cleric is
What are
going
you
to
gonna fight
die. Because this alpha won't let him
Fair enough,
fight
I
with
don't know.
magic.
I can give you enhanced ability, but I don't think it'll make many skill checks. Oh, but I can give you some temporary HP. Doubles.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'm going to move you guys.
Bear's Endurance is the other thing I'll cast while I'm healing you,
Nice.
which gives you 9 temp HP, and you have advantage on Constitution.
So I'm just going to move you all up here for a minute.
What's your armor class?
My armor class is 14.
I will play
Yes.
What I'd like to do is hold an action.
Yes.
If he's about to die,
Pardon?
to cast Dominate Monster with my book
I
on
know!
16.
But
His
the
AC
first
will be-
cleric has had the Morning Lord go to his head, and now he believes that he's invincible.
Religious fervor does something.
So your AC is now 16.
Damn religions!
The best I can do from here.
What's it? So where are you at? So what have you got?
I've cast Bark Skin on him.
Okay.
So I've got
Is that it?
16.
That's all I've got.
Oh gosh, I thought you had more as a boss.
Unless you want me to interfere with the fight itself.
No, but
I'm absolutely going to.
You can cast
Carly
some
at
spells
this
you want
point
to call.
kind of grips onto the handle of her hammer,
So yeah,
like
definitely hit him with a couple of subtle spells.
having borderline panic attack going.
don't.
There you go.
He done cleric.
So
That I can do subtly that you won't see coming.
they lead you in to this deep within the cave. So down that left-hand tunnel. So you go down this tunnel into this chamber with these huge, tall pillars reaching up, that sort of almost supporting the sort of roof of this cave. All of the other werewolves, I'll put Quinny up here purely so that you can see. Hold on. Who else is up there? There you go. So you can see that there's werewolves and the rest of the pack all the way along up there. Okay, so this whole chamber is surrounded by, and you've got in the middle, you've got Malachi, and you've got Kirill.
Funny thing is, that's the point still like Jesus related, like show off spells that have nothing
I
to do with
know.
it. Like water walk and create food and water.
Are you literally just playing Jesus? Is that.
No, I'm playing a Catholic priest.
Oh, okay.
So,
So, same difference.
Yeah, it's close, but-
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, you just in first encounter with one of dash.
are you ready?
We're gonna roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative.
It's not fun watching him kill a child.
Yes. That's a good roll.
That's a dirty 20 for
Okay.
initiative. What have I got?
Morning Lord, give me strength.
Yeah.
Help
At
defend
this
these children.
point, Carly
baby.
would also go, please, Morning Lord, just don't let him die.
Oh, I've converted one.
Okay.
Even if I die, it's worth it.
She is just incredibly anxious about this because she at least felt that she had some sort of stance against the
You're
alpha.
up. Yep.
So where is he?
Can I roll a
He's here for some reason. Best known to.
Foundry.
So we're
Yeah.
starting with
Click
him
on
now,
the measure
right?
tool,
Yes,
click on the
I-
thing, click on Malachi again. Usually fixes it when that happens for me.
Emma?
Yeah, no, Malachi's fine.
Oh,
It's
I'm
that
sorry.
Yeah.
it's Kirill who's vanished. Malachi's here, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure why.
If you click on Malachi's token, maybe,
Yeah.
often that recenters the...
Is there any chance
Okay. Yeah, that's
that,
okay.
Antoinette and Bash can get on this initiative?
I'm
The subtle spells.
happy for all of you to be in the initiative if you want, and then you can decide what you want to do with that.
Marlene is completely useless on the sideline, so she would just be holding onto her hammer.
Okay.
Alright, well, I'm going to start with
Malachi.
Hold on. Yep.
I'll just be keeping my held action ready.
Yep. All right.
18.
Okay.
And 15 for Bash.
Marlene would be prepared to jump in if Malachi gets
I'll know.
down.
Like, I'm watching.
Okay.
If he gets down,
To
Marlene
make
would
sure
jump in.
fail saves.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Let me just.
That makes sense. It's
Yeah, I'm just taunting him from the. I'm just taunting him.
Yeah, sure.
If Malachi goes down, Marlene will jump into the fire.
He won't go down.
I'm saying it does.
Quinny's not going to allow that to happen.
Okay, Malachi, you're up. He's right in front of you. For some reason, it doesn't want to show you that. I don't know why. I'm not going to argue with it.
That's an attack spell.
Yeah, so.
So he's about here at the moment.
Crit
That's
fail?
it. That's it. Not a crit fail, but it's a fail. So that'll be a 11 to hit.
Misses.
Inspiration at all?
And then I'll use my
I
bonus
didn't.
action.
No, I didn't do it. Well, so.
I'll bonus action a new spiritual
Okay.
and make an attack with that.
Where are you summoning your spiritual weapon?
My next one.
Okay. Oh, no. I don't think I am. But I will put your spiritual weapon there. Why is that particular bit dark?
Just to spite you personally.
Oh, yeah, probably. Maybe I'll just stick a light on
And
it.
that one's a 12 to hit.
Also misses. Sorry.
Ryan,
Good start.
you saved one cutting words.
There you go. I'll put a light there. That will sort the problem out.
Marlene takes another swig.
Hey.
There you go. But I'll just stick a light in the middle of the arena. That would help. Okay. Vash, what did you get?
15.
Antoinette, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna do a risky thing. I think I'm gonna subtle spell whole person.
Nice.
Oh, that is
It's
good. And subtle spell, no one knows you cast it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's, I want to use vicious mockery and cutting words because it's just verbal, and I'm just saying stuff.
Can you imagine how weird that would be if someone insults you and you take damage? Like,
Wait, maybe you have a cut down?
no.
Okay, yep.
I don't know, I've been burned a few times.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm
16.
certain
of
taking some damage from some things people have said to me.
Emotional.
Sorry.
That's what I think psychic damage is, isn't it?
Harleen, are you in the initiative? Did you roll?
No.
Do you want to?
The only thing Harleen can
Yep.
do is if Malachi goes down
She's going to beat
or
the shit
it's dangerously low,
Yep.
she would jump in
Okay,
beat the shit out of it.
fine.
and take over the
Okay.
fight and challenge.
So,
And help her like she was really
okay. So you are casting.
Whole person.
Using
We're all
subtle,
going to become a
using subtle spell.
Using subtle, yeah.
Okay,
I literally can't do it.
sweet.
I mean,
I don't have any stuff.
I've got
I
some
don't have.
HP, but I don't have much support.
And you know what? You smell like a mangy mutt cutting words.
Okay, wisdom save.
Oh, 8! Take 8 off the saving throw.
So,
Really converted to whole person spell.
Whole
So-
person's a brilliant.
so that would be 10
Oh,
He's
yeah.
held.
with the cutting words.
Go nuts.
So he is held.
Advantage, auto
Absolutely
crits,
paralyzed.
good.
How are the cat reacting to this?
I just yelled an insult. I didn't do anything.
I don't know, but like,
They are baying and they are
And all their things screwed.
so they are baying and howling and shouting. What you see is some of them sort of seeming to be really enthusiastic and some pushing right back into the walls and fading, and it's sort of not brave enough to leave, but
Trying to avoid being noticed.
yes, not desperately enthusiastic about helping, for example.
I kind of just wandered through the crowd and sort of found my way towards one of these people who are just not looking too enthusiastic
Yeah.
about this whole thing going down.
Yeah, you could. So you move up this edge. So none of these wolves are attacking. You're moving around to these women over here. Okay, Vash, you're up. Vash, you're up.
Vash?
Vash? No, holding.
Vash is happy to just stand there and watch.
That's fine. Okay. Kirill's turn. So Kirill's in a sort of hybrid form at the moment, and he lunges forward with a... Oh, he's held.
He's held.
You're right. So he can't do anything. He can't move. He can't do anything. He's wisdom save on the end of his turn, yes?
Correct.
So whole person. You are right. He is pissed. He would scream and shout, apart from his vocal cords don't work. And he fails his wisdom save on the D&D dice of the table. Fucking
I was
Yeah.
about to throw another cutting words at that too, just to make sure.
yeah,
I
that was
sympathise.
yeah. Harleen,
But also,
you.
it's nice sitting on this side of the barrel.
That's why I dread the day Flavor becomes.
I just want to be around those that are a bit more anxious and kind of like, are any of them saying anything to each other? Like, in whispers, sort of?
Roll perception, yeah.
Natural 20.
With I'm going to open this map up. With a
That's why I should know.
with a 20, you can hear. There you go. Now you can see everything. That makes life easier. You can hear. You can see this woman. That would be Lars's other half, starting to back away. So she's moving up there just very slowly. This one here is vicious. She's shouting, get fucking move, really aggressively pro Kirill in this fight. This one, yay! But seems more wary of this woman than anything else.
I'm only looking for like anti.
In terms of risk, in terms of perception, she looks like she's backing off. She looks like a huge risk.
Yeah.
So in terms of second most scary person in the room, it would be her. Would be where you would be putting your... Yeah, that's where you'd be putting your bets in terms of if anybody's going to plough in out of the order, it will be her.
Do I know mechanically if she is considered evil or not for the purposes of my
For the
book?
purposes of your book, she
I'm
would...
sorry, I know I asked this all the time.
Yeah,
It's so
for the
important.
purposes of your book, she is glowing evil.
Good.
They all need a kind of like Quinny aura, don't they?
Well, that's the thing.
I could do that.
There's so much that the book is about. If they're evil, this.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, so surely you know instantly.
I would say that's reasonable. I'm happy to do that. That she glows evil.
Fine.
She's not in a kind of I'm working with the werewolves and I'm stuck in this position.
Yeah.
She's just glowing fucking murder the
Wonderful.
priest.
I will save my last cutting words for
Are
her.
any of the anti
Yep.
alpha ones like modern to them?
So this one looks pretty powerful. Well built, quite well armored. Couple of spears, daggers.
I'm just going to hand her.
Not as active, but also not backing away. This one's backing away. You can see some of these much smaller sort of werewolves trying to not be noticed.
So we lost the money, so I can't communicate.
Yes, you can.
But I would tell before I move away from the party.
Yep.
I would tell
Or something like that.
that
Yep.
about
You were next to Quinny, so you can tell Quinny where you're
I would
headed.
tell Quinny, just keep an eye on that one. She I feel like she's a meanie. She's gonna jump in when her partner is ready.
I'll keep more than an eye.
Okay. Quinny, are you holding?
And then
I'm
I'll
holding.
You're holding?
Hold.
Hold.
and then I'll just follow this.
Okay, you're following up there
Yeah, and I'm holding
in a
concentration.
try not to draw desperate attention. Look like you, so you're not looking like you're helping.
Yeah.
You look like you're surveying what's going on, but
Can I
not hostile.
quickly retcon something for my turn? Can I have moved up to a better position?
Yes, of course. Where would you like to move to?
Next to this rock here, beside that werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, that perfect.
Okay.
Exactly where I
What
want
I'm
to be.
doing is
And-
keeping him at a
Exactly
sideline
right.
all the time.
Yes. Okay. Antoinette, are you happy where you are? Do you want to come up a bit?
I'll come up a little bit. Can I use my bonus action?
Yes.
To, just in case he breaks out of the hold, I'm
Yes.
going to use my telekinetic feat to do mage hand underneath his foot
Okay.
at the back.
Okay.
Hopefully try and trip him up if he gets out.
Okay. The way I'm rolling tonight, he's going to be held for like the next 6 weeks until he's murderized.
That would be cool. I love that. I love the idea of team combos.
You shove the feet forwards and I shove the head backwards.
Oh,
Flicking.
so good.
Okay, Malachi, you're up. Go for your life.
Another crack at your level on
Okay, he's now completely fixed.
Yep, that's a hit.
Crit.
It's a 27,
That hits.
which means it's an instant crit.
He instantly crits.
Because he's
this is
held.
gonna be
So
nuts.
50 plus whatever. Oh,
I'm honestly
50,
surprised
yeah.
that this guy is letting you
10,
fight
that's
with
a
magic.
10. That's a 10. 39, so that's 80.
89 to quarter damage.
Woohoo!
That's incredible.
I grab
Where
him
was
by
that
his
in the
forehead
window?
and just go.
He goes from being upright and angry to fucking sick in one hit. And you feel the whole tension around the room shift as you do that.
Then I back off a bit and then hit him with my spiritual weapon.
Oh, go whack around there with your spiritual weapon as well. Okay.
This is secret.
I get advantage on this as well.
Yes, you do.
Yep, that's another hit. And that's 1 So that's 24 for 7.
Okay.
It's over 100
Big hit.
He is
Old person.
absolutely. He's up,
Old person come with.
but not by much.
How is
Oh.
everyone reacting?
So where you are, you can see
Oh, now I can't revision my previous.
this woman and this woman start to move in, and you could feel that this group, they're not attacking yet, but they are coming in ready to, you would assess based on your understanding of, lots of fighting, that they're going to try and take him down.
I've got the redhead one if you've got the other one.
I'm gonna do something.
Right, so we think combat's going to break out with those ones.
Sorry, just to
You would
are
be
they
pretty-
interfering now?
No, they are moving in. They were not. They were not expecting that, and they were not happy.
Okay.
But how's the one that's
I
backing
got
me? How does she react?
She.
Don't like this.
So I get like a little
Oh, no,
blink
I'm not
of a
gonna
smile from her.
Um,
I don't like this.
I'm gonna
Yeah, you
do that.
do. And she takes the opportunity as these two women sort of come up and start to move in, that she starts to back away around that corner.
I
Yeah.
would sit close to the other chick who is potentially going to run into the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So Quinny's got the red haired girl and I'll have the other
Okay.
chick.
Okay.
Because after seeing that, Harley is like,
I'm
maybe
about to do
it all. But she's definitely going to watch his back.
Okay.
See how it goes.
Antoinette's up. And then Antoinette, and then Vash on deck.
I don't think I'll do anything.
He's done.
Yeah, can I make a perception check to scan the room, see if I see anyone resembling Alina?
I'm assuming that
Or
Yeah, you can roll a perception
just
check.
the morning ward itself, like
Yep.
holding it. Well, not actually.
Yeah, probably not. It's an 11.
Yeah, you're not sure. You see a lot of wolves,
How could
and you
you-
see some grown-ups, and there are some very tall rocks, and there's some grown-ups, and there's some werewolves, and there's some other wolves, but you don't see anybody who resembles Alina.
Alright. Good to know. I've named way too many characters beginning with A.
You guys are starting.
I do that as well.
Before I know the result.
Okay,
This is the first.
Vash, you're up.
True.
Okay, so Vash is going to use prestidigitation.
Uh-huh.
After he's going to enter his woman's dread first.
Yeah.
Use prestidigitation to make sort of like black spirally energy appear around him,
Uh-huh.
and he's going to yell,
Okay.
"Have some honor and stay out of it."
Okay. Who are you aiming at? Anybody in particular?
All the wolves in the cave.
Okay.
Have some honour and stay out of it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm happy to roll an intimidation check for that.
Yeah, you can do.
I would go.
Because
Yeah.
he's trying to...
You can roll intimidation with advantage if you want.
I'm just waiting for them to come back. Well, why don't you fight without your magic then?
That is a dirty 20.
Okay. You see
But, like,
some of these wolves start to back off off this tunnel.
it's not like they can hit you from afar.
And you see this red-haired woman come shrieking out and across and attack. So you have a reaction. Yeah.
Action. Can they make a wisdom save?
Yes, they can.
Stay out of it, you redheaded bitch. Cutting words.
Okay.
-5 off that roll, please.
Okay. Wisdom save. Yep.
Yep, wisdom save.
-5.
-5.
Yes. So that is 15.
15. That is a fail.
Dominate.
Quinny, this is the first one I actually managed to do this. Quinny's eyes go fully black as I use the Book of Fires that used to cast Dominate Monster on them, and just say stop. And they are compelled to follow my actions for the next 24 hours.
They are indeed.
Creatures charmed, blah blah blah. Details. Next hour.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Stop, lie down, turn around.
Roll over.
Is the other one attacking as well?
She hasn't yet. So she ran out. You have. So have you got her to lie down or just stop?
No, I will just say stop. I mean, mechanically, I can only do one order around.
So she has.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. No action required.
Yep. So what would you like to tell us to do?
So is it just her that's running to attack?
Just her that's running on that attack. Yep.
Cool. I will just tell her to stop, stand down.
Okay. She just stops.
And you'll hear from behind you Bash's voice. You're welcome, Quinny.
So she just stops midway towards Malachi. It's Kirill's go, and he is still held.
Sorry, actually, the
Yes,
instruction
go
I
on.
give was stop, go stand in the corner.
Oh, any particular corner?
Far away.
Now that would confuse the hell out of the wolves because you just told her to do something and she did it. They'd be like,
Kind of.
hang on.
Actually, sorry, not too far away in case we are on our side.
Also,
I'll put her in that corner. I'll put her in that corner where she was before. Okay. Okay, so Kirill is held. So is... maybe...
Maybe broken.
What am I rolling? Wisdom, isn't it? 16?
it's the end of the round, though.
Yeah, I know. He's not done anything.
Yeah.
But he has successfully...
I'm out of cutting words, I can't drop that. I'm out of inspiration.
Okay, Harleen. So you've watched her run out, stop, and go back to her corner. The other woman in there, so she has moved. The other woman in there just looks really, really confused and perplexed, and is looking at her, and is looking at Quinny, who with the black eyes and the thing, and is looking at Kirill, who is bleeding heavily, and the priest in full of holy fire, and she starts to move, but not it. She's like this around the edge of the wall. So she's as close to having her hands up as it's possible to get. She's edging away. Okay. Quinny, you're up.
I'd like to issue the order, if anyone else tries to interfere with the fight, stop them.
Okay.
Do I know this person's name?
No.
Cool.
That could be fun. Is that interfering generally in the fight?
If any...
just as a
So, yeah, let me refine that. If anyone else tries to attack Malachi, other than... What's his face?
Yep. Kirill. Okay.
Make sure the fight stays on.
No! No.
You want us to interfere?
Okay.
She's going to attack.
In fact, what I'll do, is I can use an action to take control of them precisely.
Yeah.
So I'll hold my action to do exactly that.
Fine. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Malachi.
Okay.
How damaged do I reckon this guy? Hang on.
He is very damaged, but he is no longer held.
Okay.
But he is.
I'm going to go for an attack with the spiritual weapon first.
Good call.
That's a miss.
There's so much blood that the spiritual weapon just sort of slides off.
And then I'm going to not risk attacking with an attack this time. And run up and burning hands him.
Nice.
So make it
Very
safe, please.
This is still do damage with the.
I was going to do it at first level. Let's do it first.
Oh, what a damage from first level.
11. So failed
It
it. Fell.
fails, yes, that's 9 fire damage.
Oh. So he's sort of first starts to crisp and crinkle, and death's door, but still up. But absolutely at death's door. Antoinette, you're going.
I could finish this.
I don't want to kill Steel.
I could finish this with a quip. With a quip.
No.
It's gotta be on.
I don't want to interfere.
I just wanted to give you an advantage. I didn't want to do it for you.
So no one else is attacking or looks shifty.
No, so she's the only one who went to attack. These guys have all been intimidated by Vash in his form of dread and are backing up into the cave. Harleen's kind of followed the other sort of female werewolves back into this cave system. The only one who went to attack was the redhead.
Okay. I'm going to use my action to once again subtle spell. Not whole person, but blindness, deafness.
Oh, beautiful.
Blindness.
On Kirill.
Kirill.
So we can get disadvantage on his attack rolls against you. Oh, I could have done that with warning. Yes.
Good time to get a sorcerer with satisfaction.
You are welcome at this table anytime.
Yes. I passed the test.
Seal of approval.
Okay. Fine.
This is going to
I'm so sorry.
No. Why? No, it's awesome.
Hide and spell as well.
I was going to, but I've got my hand of ill omen, which gives some disadvantage.
So what's that con, isn't it?
You can't double disadvantage.
Con save.
Oh, man, this is going to be hectic with 2 supports.
Nope. 10. Fuck's
So
sake.
10 to hit.
No, 10 on a con
He's
save.
blind.
So now he's gone from being held to
blind.
blind. He's having a fucking bad day. Vash, you're up.
I'm sorry, I know you wanted to see the light before. You know.
It's alright. Malachi can make the light burn.
To continue the intimidation,
Yeah.
I'm going to levitate.
Okay.
And rise 10 feet off.
All these slightly intimidated werewolves back away further. So everybody's backing away.
I intentionally took a neutral alignment because I had no idea.
Bianca does nothing because she's been told to stand in a corner. Kirill, blind, tries to attack at disadvantage Malachi, which is really annoying because that would have been a crit. Apart from it's not.
I would have already flattened it.
You gotta hate those things that would have been if they weren't.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a miss with 7.
Yeah.
And
They wouldn't have been if they weren't.
How would you be with these werewolves?
and misses with a 14, I think. 14? Is that missing?
14.
Yeah.
Oh, that misses.
Yeah. So misses with his back. So this bleeding, nearly dead werewolf, blind, flailing around with his claws and his blinded eyes, misses and then chews on a rock. Harleen, we're nearly at Harleen.
I would just
You following them up?
follow up with the nerd lady.
Quinny, are you holding?
Try
Oh,
and
Not in a hostile way, just in
Actually-
a trying to run away.
what I'd like to say to this person is, hand me all the gold you're carrying.
She starts to turn out her pockets and walk towards you. Okay.
Why not? While you're here.
Malachi.
Will you allow this? I want to call the spiritual weapon into my hand and try to make the finishing blow like I'm actually swinging.
I will absolutely.
Still use the.
I will absolutely allow you to fake hitting him with a spiritual weapon.
That's probably this.
Oh, no.
That's a 13 to hit.
Do you have advantage when your target's blind?
I've got conditions here.
Blinded.
Yes.
Yes, you would. So you can roll with advantage.
18.
Hits.
Yes, I'm loving it. Oh.
No.
That's a 6 damage.
And with that,
The
you
lowest amount I could possibly get.
go for it. How do you finish off the alpha werewolf?
4. I think I clubbed the side of his head so hard his like neck.
I know.
Oh.
So his head's just like hanging off the side.
So you grasp this sort of spiritual weapon of extreme holiness, and you hit, knowing that even through his blinded eyes, he will see the holy fire through the blindness as he dies, as the spiritual weapon whacks into the side of the head and almost cleaves his head off his shoulders, and he slumps down. Harleen, where you're finished combat, Harleen, where you are at the top, you hear this audible collective sigh of relief.
I'd like to issue the order for whatever her name is I'd like to issue the order to support her new chief or whatever the word is.
Okay. You see her nod and give you a pouch with money in it, which makes a change because Chris isn't here.
Finally getting some gold.
He would have been. He would have
beg the child. For
as you and she heads up there. Harleen, as you get up there, you see a young girl.
The girl that was in the water?
She went off. She's actually over there, but you see this young girl that you've not seen before, who's not been in any of the, who's just got tears rolling down her face. Who's
The name of Thingy's
Alina?
friend.
Yeah. As you call out the name Alina, she looks up and looks at you.
I'll drop my levitate
Yep.
in my form of dread.
Yep.
I'll walk over to our lovely puppet
So,
friend.
yep.
Allow me to see if your friend has been infected. I can check.
So,
Whoa.
yep.
You aren't know she's there yet. I haven't yelled out
Okay.
to
When
say
you tell us that.
way to jump ahead.
Go on then. Harleen, finish your...
Harleen would call out for Antoinette. Let's say, Antoinette, I think there's somebody here who you would like to see.
And she kind of brightens up, and as much as she can have you with her like decaying doll face, and starts running.
I'll follow.
Okay. As you get up there, you see the girl that's had you as long as, well, you can only remember like 6.5 hours, but up until you became aware and conscious, this is who you remember. This is who you remember. And she just looks at you, and her eyes go wide, because you weren't walking and talking the last time she saw you. And her eyes go wide, and she just looks at you and goes, I'm not the same.
She's not what?
I'm not the same.
So Vash will walk up and go, we met your friend out in the snow. She came to look for you. Can I just see your hand from me, please? So I will cast Identify.
She's a werewolf. She's a werewolf. He's a werewolf. She's a werewolf.
I'm a werewolf. There's my wife.
And we will finish there for tonight.
2 werewolves and a vampire.
We've got 2 werewolves, a vampire, and an undead living doll.
Living gold.
And a very salty Harley.
It's about half of
The one, like, cute.
Oh,
But like Harley
Emma, how
is
much gold do I
actively
get
mustering
from
out
that
her
power?
grabs.
You get
Cursing morning.
500, 600?
How did you
maybe
pull that?
actually.
I do not understand this.
You get
After identifying her little friend. You were quite impressive.
89 gold.
89 gold.
Yeah, you get 89
That
gold
doubles my- that
and
doubles my
66 silver.
Woo! Millionaire.
I almost do that with a child.
There you go.
Wretched lifestyle, so I have no gold.
You go up in the tax bracket.
Yep.
There you go.
Sorry, Emma, did you say 89 gold?
89 gold
How much silver?
and
Really good.
66
silver.
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 Oh, Evergreen is going to be fun.
Oh, now you can
Yes.
afford to pay me back my bet.
What bet?
You bet 10 gold with like the ghost place or whatever it's going to have.
Oh, yeah, head cannibals. Yeah, what do I
Oh,
need for
cannibals?
that? 10 gold, I think it was?
10 gold.
We'll sort that out next time. But yeah, Evergreen Session 0 next week. Bring a character idea, we'll do all the rest.
Bring your 3-page backstory.
You do not need a 3-page backstory, but you are welcome one.
Of course, you need a 3-page backstory.
Not
Those
to anyone in particular.
Okay, yeah, we are definitely on the same wavelength.